They can be found on the corner of Peachy and Westport Roads, Elizabeth West, and on the phone number there is 82525800, 82525800. Williams Brothers Welding, the winners in all welding and safety equipment. And of course, our highlight sponsor is PDK Financial Accountants and Advisors. They can be found in shop 25 Renaissance Arcade in the city for all your financial accounting and needs. They are the people to see, and they want to be your business coach. So get in there and see Daryl O'Brien and Phil Launder. They'll certainly look after you for all your financial needs. Well, boys, the interchange coming. McConnell's coming off for the Bays. Also, is that
Willoughby there?
Who? Sorry?
Willoughby.
And is that Backwell?
That's the Mouse.
The Mouse coming off. So. And we'll get the Norwood ones for you in just a moment. Ken Tilly, courtesy of station sponsor, the Prince Albert Hotel. It is Geelong 2-14, leading Adelaide 1-17, and that is at the 18-minute mark of the first quarter. Western Bulldogs off to a flyer. They are 5-1, 31, leading Fremantle just 3 points, and that is courtesy of our station sponsored Prince Albert Hotel. And you're on RPH Football for the start of the game on 11.97 with Dennis Brown.
Okay, guys, if you can see any strange moves on the field, by all means, let us know. I'm going to concentrate on this centre bounce. Big Doyle will be up against Cranston, who certainly does a fantastic job every week, and every time we see him play for the Bays, he just carries the rucks, and what an amazing player he is. As the umpire holds the ball aloft to start this contest down here at Gliderroll Stadium. Doyle got the tap down to Trotter. He was immediately tackled by Ty Allen, and again a secondary ball up. I wouldn't mind a $100 bill for every time that's happened this year. I'd be a wealthy man. As the ball's in the centre again, was taken by Zorzi. The handball is good to Evans. Immediately into attack go the Redlegs inside their 50. Walker at the back. On this occasion it's going to be a free kick, and which way is it going? It's going to go to Mills for the Bays. Well, I'm not too sure how that could happen, but anyway, Mills has got it. And he will relieve the pressure for the Tigers. He'll go to that outer side. I'm not sure that's the right side. There was that a free kick there to Zorzi. He was in front, offhand taken by Evans. He would put it on the left boot, running back same way as the ball is lower. Terrific mark, courage mark. We've got a sponsor for that.
Yeah, station sponsor Petty, go highlight that mark. Going back with the flight of the ball takes enormous courage, and he has taken the mark. He's going to kick from around about 15 metres out, virtually directly in front.
Yeah, look, Nick Lower back in this Norwood side, and every time I see him play AFL footy, I reckon he goes about it the right way. He's very hard, and yeah, he's the first one to get dropped, although they've dropped a few other guys this week, as we know, but he's a wonderful player, Lower.
Yeah, it comes in from 15 metres out, kicks him around about 20, and oh, gee whiz, it's gone from a station sponsor PDK highlight to a station sponsor Smithfield Crash Clanger. 15 metres out, directly in front. Just tried to stab the ball, DB, and it went through for a minor score. Should have kicked through the ball with the breeze behind his back. The kids will chase the ball every day. That is an absolute shocker.
I didn't know anything about his kicking ability, but he's a good player. Rob Green.
And Ozzo drives the Bays towards the outer side. Kirk underneath it, couldn't take the mark. Players around the football, taken by Backwell. Gets it away there to Mules. He kicks the Bays forward. On the lead there is Adlington. He feeds it out over the top to his teammate in Hall. Hall on the left boot, kicks the Tigers forward, but it's intercepted there by McGuinness. Ordinary kick on that occasion. So McGuinness, inside defensive 50 for the legs. Missing that early opportunity through Lower. 1 point in front of the Bays here. They do have the breeze in this first quarter. To Young. His kicks along the ground to Jericho, puts him under the pump. Met solidly on that occasion, but Pupolo comes through for the legs. Kicks towards the middle of the ground. That's Evans. Feeds it over to the run of Jackman. He can't handle the footy. And topping one in the back there for the Bays was Button, not paid. And the ball played against Button for the Tigers.
I think that's our new umpire, the boy. And gee whiz, that was a bit harsh.
Bit quick, wasn't it?
Oh. Anyway, it's going to be a free kick to the Redlegs. Goes inside 50. Walker on the lead. Couldn't take the mark. Should have swallowed that for the ability we know he's got. And then consequently, there'll be a ball up inside 50 for the Redlegs. Yeah,
poor effort by Walker. Had clear yardage on his opponent. Easy out in front mark and just dropped to the ground.
Umpire throws it up inside 50. Two Tigers up, down to Allen. Allen to Panozzo by hand. In turn, back to that last line of defence there for the Bays. It's taken there by Meyer. It's still in that last line of defence as Mules has got it. He'll bring it out to Salapak into the defensive 50, right on the defensive 50 now. Will kick it, not a good kick off the boot, and consequently Fisher can't control it as it goes over the boundary line for a throw-in. around about 65, 70 metres from the red leg goal, kicking to the southern end of Glenelg Stadium.
Just a quick score check, guys. Geelong 3-2 leading Adelaide 2-1, courtesy of station sponsor Prince Albert Hotel.
Throw-in didn't reach Doyle or Cranston. Taken by Salopek. His kick was over the head of his teammate there, and it's going to trickle over the line for a throw-in. That player was Chris Hall, so Salopek, disappointing kick on that occasion. Hall had 5 metres on his opponent. We will have a throw-in in front of the grandstand here. It's Norwood 1 point. In fact, 2 points, leading Glenelg 1. Cranston hands to it. Ty Allen in there first as always, and he's met immediately by 3 Norwood players. One of them was lower. And we'll have a bounce down centre wing. In fact, it's a throw up. Doyle and Cranston. Ball comes to Evans, second game player. Lower got a quick kick. Here's Fisher. Kane. His kick towards the forward line. Button the target. Holds the mark. 40 metres out from goal, kicking into a slight breeze, Daryl Smith.
Yeah, he's on at probably about a 60-degree angle. He's right on that outer side of the ground here at Glenelg Stadium, but it's a great mark there by Button in front of his opponent. So he's going to kick from around about 45 metres, one would suggest. He'll take one of his best kicks, I would suggest. So Norwood by the solitary point, kicking with the breeze. And Button now for the Tigers comes in from 45 metres out. About a 60-degree angle. The kick is on its way. It's kicked it low and hard, but it's gone through for... No, it's actually out of bounds on the full. So another station sponsor, Smithfield Crash Clanger here. Both sides missing early opportunities to put a score on the board. On the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard, it is Norwood 1 point, Glenelg yet to score.
And it'll be Weatherall to bring the ball back into play. Kicks to Lower, who takes the mark. He, of course, had that shot for goal previously. To kick out here to the grandstand side of Puopolo. The whistle's gone here.
Yeah, over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder, was it? And it'll come back to Puopolo, I would think. The umpire pointing to McGuinness, but it's certainly Puopolo. He gives it by hand to Jericho. Jericho with a handball back there to Stop. Stop in turn to Jackman. Jackman with a sweeping handball out to the outer side. And the kick will come up towards centre wing. Going up before acceptance there was Donoghue. Off hands. Beautifully taken by Zorzi. The handball was quick to Donoghue. He goes by hand, puts it inside to 50. The ball will ricochet out here. Chance for Phillips. We know he's like lightning, so he sweeps the handball to Trotter, who gets past an opponent but loses the footy. Great work there by the Tiger defence. Allen's got it. They drag him to the ground for a ball up right on the 50. Half forward flank for the Red Leg.
Yeah, it's great play by Danny Meyer there, because the guy from Norwood was actually going through, and that was Trotter. But Meyer actually knocked the ball out of his hands and actually created another throwdown. Well done by Meyer.
Lower, got it out of the ruck contest, fed it out to Donoghue, tackled, and the umpire's going to ball it up. Great pressure by the Bays defence. Typical strong tackling, Daryl Smith.
It certainly was great. We see a station-sponsored sports power interchange taking place at the moment. Coming on for Glenelg is Willoughby, and coming off for the Tigers was the player there in Hall.
Ty Allen burrowing his way through. Weatherall there. Football's in dispute. Kane, grab, gets rid of it. There's Fisher fighting away in there for the legs. He's Young. He's also taken to ground, and we'll have a ball up 70 metres out from Norwood's goal. They're going with the breeze. They lead by a point early here. Flies are up. Doyle hands to the ball. Blocks there. Free kick is going to come back to Murphy. So Murphy, defensive 60 for the Bays.
Oh,
Chips in forward. His target was Canozzo. It's intercepted by Walker. He feeds it off to Donoghue. 30 out directly in front and extends the legs lead to 7 points. They're 1-1-7 leading the Bays yet to score.
Yeah, it was a great play by Walker there, wasn't it? He got it, came in from behind, sport the ball around, saw Donoghue on the inside, turned around and gave the quick handball, and Donoghue did let his teammate down. Great teamwork by the Norwood side there, and particularly a great second effort by Walker for the Norwood side, who got that help ball down. So Norwood now go to 1-7. They lead the Glenelg side yet to score. That is on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. But we do say that Norwood is kicking with a 3 to 4 goal breeze.
And the Crows would have been happy with that PDK highlight from our man Walker. And you know, it's the station sponsor is PDK. The ball in the centre, offhand. Chance now for the Tigers. The whistle's gone, but it's advantage paid, is it? Out there at centre wing. Play going in hard for the Bays. Lost the footy, though. It through came Evans. Then Cranston. Cranston got it out to Kane. Kane has had the hair bleach by the looks of things. Gets it over to Willoughby. Willoughby now will run inside 50. The kick's on its way to a lead of the full forward there in Big Button. but intercepting and taking the mark there was Puopolo. He'll go short to Doyle. Still in the defensive 50. Doyle now will swing the ball into the centre. Massey's been unchecked there and takes the mark. He's going to get caught. Oh, lack of talking by Massey and lack of unawareness there, or awareness I should say, because he should have taken the mark there, Smitty, and that's almost a Smithfield crash claim.
It certainly was. He had no talking and he's trying to play on. The Tiger player came and held him and probably should have been played against him for holding the ball.
Up they go in the centre. Massey actually got the tap down. Through comes Donahue. Oh, he copped one high there. The umpire says play it on. He gives it now by hand to Weatherall. Weatherall will go out there looking for a Walker, but gee whiz, Walker would have to be able to run at 100 miles an hour to get to that ball. Walker, however, does see Zorzy inside the 50, but the kick bounced over his head. It wasn't a good kick. The handball comes out, taken by Kirk. He dropped the footy. They're under pressure at the moment. The Bays inside their defensive 50. Ends up with Cranston to Kane. Kane now to Allen. Allen's in the centre of Glider all over. He can bring it out here to Salopek at centre wing. Salopek hasn't got anyone within cooing, and he can run to 50. No, he'll chip it short, and that could work. No, from behind, McGuinness tapped it away there from, might have been Carr. It was Carr as the ball's back in the centre with Allen. He tackled, caught one high, said the umpire. And the ball will come back here to Ty Allen, who will kick from just outside 50.
Yeah, too far out to score. He'll go short as he does too, and comes in and finds his teammate. A great kick too, and he has found Adam Fisher. And Fisher now going to go short too to the leading player, and he has found his teammate, Kirkby. And Kirkby's marked from around about 35 metres out. A little bit more difficult angle. He'll kick from around about 60-degree angle, and Rory Kirkby now will kick and go in. He has kicked... in his career, he's kicked 84 goals from his 72 games. So, and we see Weatherall coming off through the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates, and coming on is Nitsky.
And the mouth was on, and Ty Allen off for the Bays through the Sports Power station sponsor interchange gates. As the kick from Rory Kirkby is a gem. He allowed for the breeze with the left foot, and it brought it back beautifully through the high diddle-diddle. So the Bays with a very important goal against the breeze, Darryl Smith.
Yeah, great kick from Kirkby, wasn't it? That's a station sponsor, PDK, highlight that kick. A very important goal to the Glenelg side, kicking into the breeze, and now just trailed by the one solitary point on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. Norwood 7 points, leading Glenelg 6.
Yeah, McConnell on and Cranston off for the Tigers, again through the Sports Power station-sponsored interchange gates.
So big Button in the ruck. Cranston having a rest, McConnell to full forward. Jackman takes him. Up early Button, he got his hands to the footy. Got the football away. Douglas was in there. Might have been a throw.
Here's
no
Evans.
Doubt it was second game, impressive player. Puopolo got it back to Evans. Tackled quickly by Button. Taking the role of Cranston, not only in the ruck, but on the ground.
Now, we've just seen Colin Rouser take out Massey there. Unbelievable, wasn't it?
And he missed an absolute point-blank throw, did Colin Rouser on that occasion.
There'll be another ball up in exactly the same spot as we just had one. It is a 1-point lead to the Redlegs. They've almost used 12 minutes with the breeze in this first quarter. Held there was Douglas. Lower held him, so Douglas centre wing, members side.
Can tell you quickly, guys, courtesy of station sponsor Prince Albert Hotel. Quarter time, Geelong 3-3 leading Adelaide 3-2. Western Bulldogs 5-2 leading Fremantle 1-6.
Douglas goes short, but his kick goes straight down Zorzi's throat. So Zorzi just backward of centre wing on the defensive side for the Redlegs. Need to make use of this breeze. He goes back inside defensive 50 to McGuinness. McGuinness could go to Massey. Finds that player. Sells the dummy. Feeds it back off to Jericho. On the outer side, the Redlegs. Ball comes in towards Lower in the middle of the ground. Couldn't take the mark. Bays have the numbers. Ends up with McConnell from Salopek. And McConnell's kick looking for Willoughby. Great spoil on that occasion by Jackman going back. And the free kick for the Redlegs is coming back to Massey, DB.
No, another 25-metre penalty too. And just quickly through the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates, Juniper on and Doyle off for the Redlegs.
Yeah, that was against Willoughby there. I'm not too sure why, but he was pointing to Willoughby as the ball is kicked to centre wing, and Juniper there takes the mark for the Redlegs. Goes to half forward. There's a player out there all by himself too. Sure who that is, actually. He's got the footy. It might be...
Jackman?
Who is it?
Jackman?
Jackman, was it? He kicks it up inside 50, offhand taken by Walker, who goes with the check side. What's going to happen here? He's missed to the right-hand side for the minor score to the Redlegs. They go to 1-2-8 on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. Glenelg 1 straight goal, 6.
Just quickly, guys, Prince Albert Hotel, Panthers 3 straight leading, West Adelaide 3 straight leading the Panthers 2 points. And North Adelaide and Sturt yet to score. And the other game between Port and Centrals, it is Central Districts at this stage. So 1-2 apiece in that game.
So Panozzo, outer side, long kick again. Mark taken there by Button. Feeds it to Fisher. He kicks towards centre wing. His target's Kirkby. Spoiled nicely by Stock. Crumbs taken by Evans. In fact, that was Nitschke, went over Evans' head.
Oh, great kick
by Mayer. Here's Donahue. Oh, he's got a player on himself in the goal square, and Zorzy. So Zorzi's taken it. Very acute angle, though. 15 metres out, right on the scoreboard pocket here.
I was going to say, it's not the goal square, is it? But he's right in the pocket. He's 15 metres out, so all leads have been covered now by the Tigers' defence. So we'll see as Doyle comes back on through the station-sponsored Sports Bar interchange gates, as does the player there in Hall.
Trotter
on, and in comes Zorzi, and he has missed to the near side. So another behind on the boards. Norwood, they've got their third. They go to 1 goal 3-9. They lead the Tigers 1 straight.
And it'll be Panozzo to bring the ball back into play for the Tigers. The Red Leaf kicking with the breeze, but they haven't used it to the full advantage at this stage. We reckon it's worth 3 to 4. The Bay's doing a good job, so Panozzo will kick to that outer side with a drop punt. Mind you, that's a fair kick into the breeze, I might add. Off hands, the Tigers have the numbers. The handball came out to Mules. Mules now got it over to Carr. Carr off the left boot, goes up towards half forward, and the ball forced over the boundary line through the hands of Hall for a boundary throw in between centre wing and half forward outer side for the Tigers. Kicking into the breeze. Boundary umpire to throw it back. It'll be the Button. This time up against Juniper. That's an unusual matchup. But Juniper got actually front position and got the tap down. And the Red Leafs into attack towards half forward. Off the boot there of...
Young.
Who?
It was Young.
Young it was it? And the kick's gone out of bounds just outside the 50 on the outer side.
And we played 14 and a half minutes courtesy of station-sponsored Grand Central time clock. And it's 1 goal 3-9. Norwood leading the Tigers 1 straight.
The boundary umpire to throw it back into play. They go... off hands taken by the Tiger. Oh, beautiful interception there, and it's ended up with Lower. Gets past an opponent one, which should kick a goal for the Redlegs, and has kicked a goal for the Redlegs. Great work there by a Red Leg player that intercepted the handball. I'll get Smitty to... you were watching it, Smitty, because I wasn't. Well, I was watching the football, in actual fact. Whoever it was a PDK highlight.
Yeah, it was station sponsored PDK highlight. It came through from the player there in row, who actually intercepted the handball, but it was also a little toe poke too that went straight to him. And was able to kick the goal. So a fantastic start by the Redlegs. They've got their second. They go to 2 goals 3-15. They lead the Tigers 1 straight. But they are kicking with what we believe is probably about a 3 to 4 goal breeze.
So back in the middle, important goal for Norwood. They really need to lead this game by 3 goals, you'd think, at quarter time. Jumping high Cranston. Carr. Bomb forward by Douglas. Looking for Fisher. Went up with one hand. Couldn't take it. Ball's roved nicely by Nitschke. Feeds it over the top. Coming through is Piopolo. Piopolo's kick towards full forward. Walker the target. Couldn't quite take the mark. At his feet was Phillips, but it's cleaned up nicely by Adlington. Mules crosses the ground for the base. Finds Carr. He's got plenty of space. Oh, good tackle on that occasion by Phillips. Attempted. Didn't grab him. Over the head of Hall. Going to the ball. Zorzi may have had hold of his opponent on that occasion. Murphy...
May have?
Yeah, that was a free kick to the mouth.
No question.
Umpire's never wrong, Smithy.
Never wrong? I've been told.
There's something else you can say too, but we won't, because the ball's come out, taken by Trotter. Trotter outside 50, sinks the slipper, but it's away to the right-hand side for the minor score to the Redlegs. They go to 2-4-16. The Tigers 1 straight goal.
It's probably something they've got to do a bit more of, don't they? Go from the long distance out, because the breeze is right at their back, and they're not using it at the moment.
Exactly right. So the ball now with Salopek outside the 50, outer side for the Tigers. So he'll kick it along that wing, very close, almost a one-hander there taken by the Tigers, but it comes off hands, picked up, and they kick forward there, up towards the 10.5 forward off hands. The chance now for the Redlegs. They're at the bottom of the pack. The handball comes out. That caught everybody by surprise. Big Kirk had it. He lost it. It's a hard yakka in there at the moment. As coming through and bombing it forward is Puopolo. It'll go inside 50. That breeze is strong because it carried a long way from just a simple one-step kick. Adlington, did he cop one in the back? The umpire said no, comes to Mills. Mills will give it to Panozzo. Back it goes to Adlington. Good play there in defence by the Tigers. And they'll find a Guernsey out there in Murphy, half-back flank outer side.
So Murphy has the ball for the Bays. Kicks towards the lead of Kirkby over his head. That may have gone out in the fall. In fact, it has.
And Massey on and Zorzi off through the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates, guys.
Lower, back in board to Jericho. So Jericho's at centre-half back for the legs. Feeds to McGuinness. He goes long towards centre-half forward. But there's all Bays back there going back, taking a mark, not knowing what was coming. On that occasion was Carr. Goes to Backwell. Long kick. Willoughby's there, takes it with one hand, not quite, feeds McConnell, and walking into the open goal for the Bays is Richard Douglas. So Glenelg move along to 2 straight 12, trailing the legs 2-4-16.
Yeah, they could have raffled that off then, couldn't they, between Douglas and also McConnell, but Douglas got the ball in the end, and he ran into an open goal and kicked truly, and just not what the Norwood side wanted at this late stage of this first quarter. Just got into the time on, and the Tigers have got their second goal through the agency of Richard Douglas.
And in fact, taking that courageous mark was Danny Meyer. My mistake, listeners.
Okay, the umpire with the ball is umpire DeBoy, Curtis DeBoy. Whether that's a movie star name, I've never heard one. As the ball goes up in the centre, the tap
sort of
down
movie star?
taken momentarily by the Trotter, who's wrapped up. No, it wasn't Trotter. I think it might have been Weatherall in actual fact, as the ball is in the centre, this time from front position. Juniper's taking the ruck work here, and that is a huge surprise to me. But he was up against Cranston. They were playing him as a second
ruckman, yeah.
Amazing. As Cranston and Juniper. Cranston, the ball actually hit him on the head, trying to burst his way through there.
Too high.
With, Kane, he'll get a free kick for being grabbed high. And Kane now will kick it towards half forward. Out in front, McConnell. Can he get there? No, the ball bounces, but his recovery's good. McConnell steps inside the 50, the handball to Fisher. Around the body goes Fisher, but McGuinness running back takes a timely mark in the last line of defence, and he quickly gets it onto the boot, to the back pocket, taken by Jericho. Jericho to the speedy Puopolo. Puopolo comes up towards centre wing. Backing back there was the Juniper into the pack, but he dropped the mark. Weatherall at the bottom of the pack. Now it stacks on the mill, centre wing grandstand side. The ball taken by Phillips. His handball is good to Nitschke. Nitschke's handball out here to centre wing will be taken by Massey. He's about to be tackled there by Kirk, but gets past that player. Brings it in forward to Jack Juniper. He's gone, but that gets the handball just in time up towards the half-forward flank. Good work there by Carr, wasn't it? As the ball now comes here to Jericho. Jericho's kick, that was Meyer in actual fact, not Carr, and the kick by Jericho's gone out of bounds from the right full forward pocket. A free kick to the Tigers.
Yeah, station sponsor Smithfield crash panger that kick, wasn't it, from Jericho? Really should have put it to the top of the square.
So, ball's going to be brought back in.
What's the umpire doing there? Make him come back.
Norwood just wasting a few opportunities here. Their foot skills going forward haven't been quite good enough so far. They have the breeze. They only lead by 4 points.
Gee, a shocker. Who was that?
Kick goes out of bounds on the full. That was Wade Mills. Rowe brings it in. His kick didn't find Trotter. Was he pushed in the back? No, said the umpire. Kane feeds it over the top to Mills, to Mules. Mules in front of the scoreboard. Chips wide, didn't go the required distance, surely.
Gee whiz. That went 5 metres.
If that.
So Panozzo kicks towards the lead of Douglas over his head. Here's Allen, you know, he's going to go hard at it. Stands up in the tackle, but he's ripped over the line, and there'll be a boundary throw in 60 metres around from the red leg goal.
Boundary umpire about to throw it back in. Tigers have done a fantastic job against this breeze as the ball comes in. Big Doyle's being hung on to. Umpire said he can do that today as the ball's now in contention between centre wing and half forward out of side for a ball up.
Just courtesy quickly of station sponsor Prince Albert Hotel. We'll go from scores around the grounds. Geelong 4-3 leading Adelaide 3-2. Western Bulldogs off to a flyer 8-2. Fremantle 1-6.
Ball taken by Kane there at centre wing. Well, actually at half-back kicks it to centre wing, taken by McGuinness. He's dragged to the ground, the ball underneath him. The umpire said, I've got no option but to ball it up, centre wing out of side.
So we'll have a ball up. Norwood still only in front by that 4 points. Juniper's there. Players all over the footy. Ends up with the Tigers. Kick goes forward, looking for McConnell. He taps it to his teammate beautifully, who was Douglas. Handball went over the top to Backwell, intercepted nicely by Stop. Came out towards centre wing. Here's Jackman. He's got plenty of time. He has a second bounce. Centre wing members side. Feeds it over the top to Young. Young doesn't quite know what to do with it, so he thumps it long in the Walker direction. Can he take the mark? He can.
Yeah, just sheer ability on that account, Smitty, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that's the thing you've got to do. When you send a wing and you've got no other short options, you've got to get it in long and quick. And Walker, we know, is a good, strong mark, and he's a tall boy, and that's exactly what happened as we see Zorzi come on for Norwood through the station-sponsored sports bar interchange gates, and Lower comes off. So now Walker will kick from around about 15 metres out directly in front, and he'll have no problem whatsoever, you wouldn't have thought. As we see another interchange coming on for Norwood, and coming off there is Evans, and we'll get the player coming on in just a moment. Donahue. So, and Walker comes back. He leans up and he kicks his first, and Norwood have got a much-needed goal late in this quarter, courtesy of the station-sponsored Grand Central time clock. So Walker's got his first. Norwood now have got their third. They got a 3 goals, 4-22. They lead by 10 points over the Tigers, who are 2 straight. That is on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard.
And just looking down in front of us here, Scotty Borlade, who played in the reserves, is still in his outfit, like the Guernsey and so forth.
Oh, he is too, yeah.
That's unusual. You don't see that. He's still in his togs. He obviously doesn't want to miss any of the A-grade games, Smitty.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Umpire with the ball, about to throw it up in the centre. Up she goes, Doyle up before acceptances. Trotter was being hung on to, but the umpire says play it on, or will he give it a free kick? No, it'll get the free kick to the red leg. So now it'll end up here with Young. Young's kick now towards half forward. Players will set themselves out the back though. Nicely taken there by Meyer. He lost the footy though. Here's a chance now for the Bays as it ends up there with the Fisher. Fisher gets it over to the player there in Adlington. Back it will come now to Willoughby. Willoughby's kick will come up towards the McConnell. Thumped away from him. Who's going to be first there? Or going in hard. 2 players collide with each other. One was Carr, I think, or Mouse was at Backwell, and the other was Jericho for the Red Leg. Both players committed to the footy, and a PDK highlight. Both players there. Station sponsor attack on the footy was just outstanding. So the ball now with Puopolo. He'll bring it to Jackman. Jackman inside the defensive 50 grandstand side. Big Doyle's loose. Jackman hasn't seen him, and no, he could miss seeing Big Doyle is about 6'9" as the ball comes here towards centre wing. Players will set themselves. Matty from behind thumped it, off hands and taken by Meyer. He runs towards the boundary line and goes over the boundary line for a throw-in right in front of the RPH commentary team. You're on RPH footy with Rob Green.
Legs by 10 points. We've gone 20 minutes. You reckon they'd need another goal to be par with this breeze? Massey, tackled by Fisher.
Gee, was it high?
Oh, it was.
What's going on here today?
So,
yeah, very clearly a tackle very high there, Massey.
Just quickly, guys, Central District 7-2 leading Port Adelaide 4-2. That's courtesy of station-sponsored Prince Albert Hotel.
Doyle, clever little tap over the top, but it only went to Kane. Block, fed it inboard, only found Evans, Zorzi, Walker in the centre of the ground, but there's the siren. And it is Norwood 3-4-22 leading the Bays 2 straight 12, Darryl, and that was a quick quarter.
It was a quick quarter. So Donahue, Lower and Walker, the goal scorers for Norwood, and for Glenelg, Kirkby and Douglas, individual goal scorers there. So quarter time here on the station-sponsored Angus. Pressure on Glenelg. Get it into Taylor Walker on a one-on-one competition. He's a tall man. He's a strong lad, and he's got the experience of AFL. If it comes to ground, we know he can do the freakish thing as well. So leave him in the goal square, one out, and get it in there as quickly as you can on a one-on-one competition.
All right, umpire Ralston has the footy. He's about to send it skyward once the players, not the players, the spectators leave the ground. If the players left the ground, he wouldn't be able to throw it up, leaving no one out there. So he's going to throw it up now as the ball goes into the air. Up goes Doyle against Cranston. The ball straight down to Allen. Allen now gave it to Meyer. Meyer goes up towards half forward. Leading in the race for the ball there is Kirkby, but he can't gather in the footy. It beats him over the boundary line for a throw-in. So Tigers quickly into attack, and it's just out of bounds, just outside the 50 grandstand side for them.
Just quickly, guys, courtesy of the station sponsor Prince Albert Hotel. Geelong 6-6, starting to run away with the game. Adelaide 3-3.
From that boundary thrown, Big Doyle goes in, does the hard work at the bottom of the pack, in actual fact, to pick up the footy. Then he's tackled by 2 Tigers, and there'll be another ball up. So up he goes, just outside the 50 for the Tigers. Cranston belts it back. He's looking there for Salapak. Salapak had it a long time. Finally got the handball up towards Douglas. Douglas with a one-handed handball. You can't do that. And on this occasion, the umpire was in good position to see it, umpire Ralston, and paid the free kick, and it'll come back to Puopolo, who, as you heard Darryl Smith say, one of the Red League's better players in that first quarter in defence, and he's got the free kick half-back flank grandstand side.
He's been outstanding today, Puopolo.
He has indeed. So he's got it in front of the snout's Louts as he kicks it to centre half-back, and Doyle takes the mark. Joppolo runs past, but Doyle ignores that. And also ignores the lead of Zorzy and brings it to centre wing. Up they fly. Oh, that's a terrific mark there.
Great mark.
Panos.
Yes, and that was a beauty as he kicks it up towards the half-forward flank. Up they fly. Oh, run from the side. Big Kirk did it superbly. Got it over to Mules. Mules will come short. And the mark taken there by Hall. So Hall for the Tigers at centre wing. He goes up inside 50, up they fly. Is that a mark for the Tigers in Button? No, it wasn't. The ball comes out to Doyle. Doyle now to Puopolo. Puopolo will bring it out here to the half-back flank. Taken there by Jericho. Jericho goes short. There was an inside the line. Must have just been touch and go.
Gee whiz, it would have been by a bee's whisker there, DB.
You're not wrong. So Panos now with the footy just backward of centre wing for the Redlegs. Will kick into the man and the ball ricochets out of bounds. That's the station-sponsored
Smithfield crash flanger.
As the boundary umpire's going to throw it in, right in the interchange gate, just to throw the ball back in. Doyle and Cranston. Doyle front position. Nita Rucken gets a hand of the ball, but coming through is Salapag, gets it to Kane. Kane now into the lead there of the player there in Button. Button waits for the ball to bounce in, threw it to his opponent. That was Carr. Then it came to McGuinness, who dragged to the ground for a boundary throw in right forward pocket for the Tigers.
Legs still by 10 points. They're going into the breeze, so it's going to be a tough task for them to lead this at half-time. Boundary throw in. Button and Doyle doesn't get that far. Kirkby gets his hands to the ball. Round goes Hall on the left boot. He snaps towards goal, towards the southern end, and he's kicked that across the face and out of bounds on the full. Jackman takes the free kick, goes over the top. He had Stop there. I think Stop gets the football now. Feeds it back into Puopolo. You just love his pace off the half-back line. He kicked towards Zorzi, who back into a pack on the wing and took a courageous mark in front of Panozzo. So Zorzi waiting for the ball to come back to him now. He's centre wing outer side. He's looking to drive the legs into attack. First goal here would be handy for him. Would put the pressure back on the Bays. We think the breeze is worth about 3 to 4 goals. Taking his time, Zorzi. He plays on now. Kicks towards the lead out there of Young, I think. So Young will take the mark. He is 80 metres around from goal.
I reckon that's lower.
Yeah, I think so.
It is lower. Left footer indeed, lower. Kicks towards full forward. It's all Bates. Cranston dropped what he could have taken. Ends up with Kirk. Still a chance here, the legs. Kane picks it up though. And we'll have a ball up some 30 metres out in the pocket of the Redlegs, DB.
Yeah, right full forward pocket at the northern end of Gliderroll Stadium. Umpire throws the ball up, or any number of players up. Tapping it down was Kirk. There's a Redleg at the bottom of the pack, almost had his head pulled off. Umpire called play on, as emerging with the football there was Allen. He'll put it on the left boot, goes up there looking for Fisher, and Fisher's got it. The attended handball was intercepted by the Redlegs, though, and here's a chance for them to pick up the footy, but it's very close to the boundary line and goes over
a little bit of
boundary throw-in.
A little bit of action off the ball too there, boys. Starting to get a little bit willing out there at the moment.
His half-forward flank out of sight. The boundary throw-in affected now as it comes spinning back into what? Gee whiz, the two Ruckman did it hard there as O'Donoghue picks it up for the Redlegs. He's almost legged and gets the kick into the pocket. He's looking there for the teammate in row, but the ball went over his head and Kirk takes the mark. Last line of defence for the Tigers. The umpire's paying
25 for some reason.
25. Rowe didn't move. He took the mark and Rowe did not move, and
actually,
he marked it behind Rowe.
So it's actually a 50.
How was that a free kick?
Don't know. It's a 50-metre penalty.
He marked the ball behind Rowe. Rowe didn't move, and now this is umpire De Boy. I haven't seen him before, but I'll tell you what. Did not say what I think I'm going to say, but as the ball goes inside 50 for the Tigers, up they go. Off hands, though. Here's a chance for Zorzi. Tries to bust through the pack. Puopolo's there. Great work by Ty Allen, and umpire said he threw it. I didn't even think he had it. So it's going to be a free kick to Puopolo. In fact, Zorzi will go to half-back. Taken there by McGuinness. McGuinness onto the left boot. Will kick it up towards centre wing. That's a beautiful kick, and taking it there is lower. He'll go with a big handball at Doyle. Luckily for him, at the back of him was Trotter, because it missed Doyle and landed in the arms of Trotter up towards two Redlegs who waited for the ball to bounce. Walker's at the bottom of the pack. He better get the handball out. The umpire will ping him. No, he won't. Umpire Day says not today, boys.
Just in that one there, Walker went straight to ground on there. He didn't need to go to ground, just need to keep the ball in front of him and keep his feet.
Up she goes, and the Tigers went up without anyone there, and consequently the ball ended up with Panozzo. He gave it to Carr. Carr will chip it out to Kane, a half-back, out of side. And the Tigers are in here because running through the centre is Carr. Did it superbly. The handball out wide towards centre wing is with Hall. Hall over the top, back to Kane. Good running by Ben Kane. He's only got to pick up the footy and get it to Fisher. No, he decides to come inside 50, kick it towards full forward, and the mark pulled in by Douglas. And you can jot this one down for a sausage roll. Douglas from only about 20 metres out.
Yeah, I'm putting in this is going to be for his second too. And gee whiz, a start that Norwood didn't want, but they've had it up in their forward area for a long time but couldn't score. Glenelg take it down once in this quarter, and Douglas is marked at the 6-minute mark, courtesy of station-sponsored Grand Central, directly in front, 15 metres out, and he'll go back and kick his second as he comes in now. So Richard Douglas already kicked one in the first, lines up 15 metres out directly in front, and he has made no mistake. He has kicked his second, and Glenelg have got their third. They go to 3 straight. That's 18. They trail by 4 points. Norwood 3-4-23. That is on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard, and courtesy of our station sponsor, the Prince Albert Hotel. Geelong 6-7 leading Adelaide 3-7. Western Bulldogs 11-4 are leading Fremantle 4-3. And in the SANFL, we've got West Adelaide 8-1 leading the Panthers 3 points. And in the Central's Port Adelaide game, Central 7-3 leading Port Adelaide 2-3. And in the Sturt North Adelaide game, it's Sturt 2-1-13 leading North Adelaide 1-3-9. That is courtesy of our station sponsor, the Prince Albert Hotel.
Tap went to Cranston. In there for Norwood was Donahue.
And a free kick. Free kick
to Carr. Carr feeds it off to Kane, doing a lot of running in the last 5 minutes. Wide to Panozzo, centre wing members side. Gets around Jericho. Chips in towards the middle of the ground. Carr keeps his feet. Gets around one. Left foot pass out in front of Fisher. Bounces towards the outer flank out there for the Bays. Fisher feeds it back towards Hall. He's under the pump. Good tackle by Evans in his second game. Strong stuff. Feeds it back over the top. Allen bombs the high one forward. Lowers in the box seat. Couldn't quite take it. Ball to ground. Quick kick out there by Salopek. And he's put it through for the Tigers, and they hit the front. They go to 4 straight, leading Norwood 3-4.
Yeah, great play, wasn't it? And again, just getting it in long, DB, and Rob, that's what we've been saying. You've got to get it in long and get your pressure and put pressure on the opposition. And that's exactly what the Tigers have done the last 2 opportunities. They've got it in long. Douglas taking the mark and kicking a goal, and now Salopek getting a goal too. So good play by the Tigers.
Massey and Nitschke on for the Redlegs, off Trotter and Jericho through the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates. Umpire back in the centre. Umpire the boy throws it up. Getting high Cranston. This is Al Doyle to get the tap, and down to Massey. Massey will kick it inside 50, but the kick's a poor one. And it goes straight down the throat of Adlington, who's inside the defensive 50. Will kick it to the centre of the ground. Another poor kick sets up for Fisher and allows Zorzi to come over the top and take the grab. He'll kick it towards centre wing. There's Evans, who threw the ball away, it looked like from here. Umpire says play on, and they're going in hard.
Free kick.
Finally, it will be a free kick to the Bays. Umpire realising he missed that throw and pulled one out of you-know-where, and the Bays have got it, defensive 50. No doubt about it, was a definite throw, and he was right there and didn't see it.
They've missed a few today, haven't they, the umpires?
They have indeed. As the ball comes towards centre wing, up they fly. From the back there was stopped, but down the hands of Kirkby, the ball ends up with. It goes inside 50. Here's a race on the ball and wobbles inside 50. Hauls the opportunity here for the Tigers. He tackled, though. The umpire said, what's happening? I don't know. What's he doing?
No, it's going to be a bounce.
Be a ball up, is it?
Yep.
Right in front of the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. Up she goes. Tigers with the breeze. Kirkby got the tap down. Ball inside their 50. It's desperate stuff there. The umpire will have to ball it up again because they can't get it out of that pack. And it's only about 40 metres around from the Bay goal in front of that scoreboard at the southern end. They go, the tap down, trying to emerge with the footy there. It does. They ended up there with Jackman. Jackman will give it to Stop. Stop will bring it out here, looking there for Walker. Walker up in front, couldn't take the mark. He's got 2 Tigers to beat. One of those is Salapak. They threw the ball away, it looked like from here. Picked up by Nitschke, was grabbed high. He'll get a free kick over the shoulder. And I don't think there's any doubt about that, Smitty, was it?
No, certainly that's a free kick. All day, every day.
It'll be the free kick now to Nitschke. Half-back flank. Just outside the defensive 50 for the Redlegs.
They're holding on well here, the Redlegs, at the moment.
They are at the minute, you're right, Smitty. They're into the breeze, and look at that wind socket. Like a high jump bar at the Olympic Games.
Dead right.
The ball goes into the centre. That's
kick.
a magnificent kick there. Ended up with Weatherall. He got it off to Dyken. Dyken likes to run and bounce with the ball bounce, so it went over his head. But his recovery was good. Gave it to Donahue. Donahue or Juniper got one there. He didn't realise that he had the ball. He's got it now, though. He'll bring the handball out. Jupiter's still got it. Gives it to Lower. Lower's handball to Weatherall to Shocker. Weatherall's grabbed high and he's got a free kick about 45 metres out directly in front.
He's played on then too. Oh, gee, bad umpiring, because he actually played on, didn't he? He actually handballed the ball to Juniper, who wasn't actually looking, and it hit him on the backside, and then the umpire said, no, we've got to come back and go behind the mark. So luck's a fortune for Weatherall there.
Yeah, maybe
must have blown time on.
Maybe the umpire blew time off, Smitty.
Okay, well, Weatherall.
In which case he's got to go back and take his kick. I must admit I wasn't looking.
Yeah, so Weatherall now has got the ball as Doyle comes back on, and coming off is Zorzi. That's for the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates. Weatherall from the true centre-half forward position. 40 metres out, the kick is on its way, and it looks like it's going to hold its line. Great kick by Weatherall to goal against the tie. So Norwood back in front here at Gliderroll Stadium. They go to 4 goals, 4-28. They lead by 4 points over the Tigers, who are 4 straight. That is on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard, and Weatherall has got his first.
Yes, good recovery there by the legs. Bays pushing, and Norwood managed to hold and then have an entry and kick a goal and put themselves back in front. It was a bit worrying there when the Bays had hit the front with the breeze with still 15 minutes of it to go. But Norwood have bounced back. Doyle, hands down, straight to Allen. He may not have had it. In fact, he's called for holding the ball. Play on, says the umpire. Lower, looking for the lead of Juniper. And he marks 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Okay, he's going to kick to the northern end, which is not aided by the breeze. He's going to have the breeze blowing straight into his face. So Juniper, first 4 kicks in league footy with 4 goals. We're at that game. And that might have been against the Tigers too. Was it DB or was it against Central? Might have been Central.
I reckon the Doggies, yeah.
So Juniper comes in from just inside 50. He's going to take his best kick, one would suggest. Kick is on its way. The kick is going to the going to get across the face of the goal. So he's certainly got the distance to hit the behind post on the full. So it's out of bounds on the full, and that means that it'll be a free kick in favour of the Tigers.
Tell you what, that was a powerful kick.
It's a great kick, wasn't it, into that breeze.
As the ball is kicked to the back pocket outer side, marked there by Salopek for the Tigers in that back pocket. They're under pressure at the moment, the Tigers. Norwood against the breeze doing a good job. He'll chip it short and Backwell runs onto it and takes the grab. Still in a defensive 50 though. Backwell loves to chip short, does so to Big Kirk. He's a mile in front of his opponent on that occasion in Phillips. That's a mismatch if ever I saw one. So Kirk now will kick it long and strong towards centre wing. That's a thumping kick. Big pack. No one down. Jackman's there. He's going to get caught. Does he know somehow emerges the footy? That's almost holding the sausage umpire. No, yes it is. Hat fire opportunity and umpire Du Bois spot on that occasion.
Well, again, he went to ground, didn't he? There was no need for him to go to ground.
And Murphy was the recipient of the free kick. Goes inside 50. Over the head there of Willoughby. Tapped into his advantage. This will be a great goal, Josh Willoughby. He drilled it. Fantastic football by the little number 13 for the Tigers. He had a couple of red legs to beat, tapped it over their heads, ran onto it and kicked the sausage roll. Station sponsor, if you don't mind, Daryl Smith.
Yeah, it certainly was a station sponsor, PDK highlight. Fantastic awareness about where the opposition players were. Tapped it over the top, saw the open space, ran in and got it again. His second attempt was absolutely fantastic, and Willoughby's kicked his first. So that's put the Tigers back in front. They'd only go to 5 goals straight. That's 30. They lead Norwood 4-4-28. That is on the station-sponsored the Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard.
Great opportunistic goal there by Willoughby. Allen always gets the knockdown in the middle. Here's Donahue, Weatherall, Nitschke. He's in big trouble. He's got Panozzo and Mills straight on him. And we'll have another ball up just forward of centre for the Redlegs. Trailing by 2 points here, halfway through the second quarter. Doyle taps it down. There's Lower. Players everywhere. Going to be another ball up. And just at the moment, very even game of football here. The only reason you'd say the Bays are in front of the game is the fact they have the breeze for another 10 minutes. Ball up again, players everywhere. And we're going to have a third ball up, Daryl Smith. And I can't split these sides at the moment.
Well, you have to favour the Tigers at the moment. Their use of the ball is a little bit better than what the Norwood side is, but they're just going forward at the moment. Norwood just seem to be hanging on at the moment.
Young kicks the legs forward. Phillips underneath it, takes the mark, plays on. He's tackled beautifully. Just a little bit quick to play on that occasion, and Carr was good enough to grab hold of him and get the hold in the ball. Free kick. Good idea by Phillips, though. In fact, it was Adlington. He kicks towards the outer
good
side.
mark.
Flying over the top was Kirkby. In fact, that was Button.
Gee whiz.
Not paid.
He stopped that dead. That's the thing. I always thought if he actually stopped the ball... Oh, hello. The umpire's got cleaned up again.
Changed his mind.
Played on through Backwell. Kicks the base forward. Kirkby the target over the back of the pack, and it rolled out of bounds in front of the scoreboard in front of Carr.
Yeah, Evans off, and coming on is Jericho for the Red League through the Sports Power Interchange Gate Station sponsor. Boundary umpire to throw it in on the 50, outer side for the Bay, kicking with the breeze, off hands taken by Nitsky. Nitsky gave it over there to Jackman. Jackman's handball put Puopolo under pressure, but he's good enough to get it back to Massey. Massey dodges past the Bay player, did it superbly, and he kicked to the centre of the ground. That's a beautifully placed kick to Trotter. Trotter will go by hand, gives it to Stop. Stop will... no, he won't stop. He'll keep going because he gives it to Donahue. Donahue to Jericho. Jericho can put it up towards Walker, but out comes Kirk. He's run the gauntlet and gets through beautifully. The handball let him down, no, but running onto it is Salopek, and he'll kick out there to centre wing, where the mark taken there by Backwell. So Backwell on the left boot runs it in short, but he was too short, and Jackman read it superbly for the Red Leagues, intercepts, and he kicks it back from whence it came to half forward. Out comes Jack. Juniper, that is. We know he's a thumping kick. He'll put it on the left boot. The ball will go towards full forward. It clears the pack. No one back there except the Tigers, but they lose possession momentarily. Oh, two players put their head down. Ty Allen's one of them, and he kicks it up towards Willoughby, but the whistle's gone. The ball will come back, and I'm not too sure why that was a free kick.
Don't know.
Well, Ty Allen got it, but there were two players that put their head down. Courage stuff, but it was... Ty Allen that got the free kick, gets it out there to Kirk. Kirk will go out there towards centre wing, and yeah, just mystified that one. But anyway, it's centre wing, outer side for a boundary throw-in.
Throw-in, centre wing, outer side. It's the Bays leading by 2 points. 20-minute mark, second quarter. Button, players everywhere around the football. Jericho's there, coming through as Murphy. Fed it off to Douglas. Carr's got it now. Carr, little left foot kick out in front of McConnell. Can he take it? He's pushed off the ball a bit too easily on that occasion by Dygan. Dygan back to Nitschke. McGuinness, little kick over the top to Zorzi, who's got a bit of space centre wing members side. Chips in towards Juniper, who's getting a bit of the footy. He's 80 out. Dygan ran into trouble. Carr was one of those players. Juniper back to Dygan. Here's Zorzi.
Oh, jeez.
Massey back towards Juniper. Can he pick it up? Kane's on him. Kane falls over. Juniper thumps the ball forward. Goes over the head there of Allen. And a great mark taken by Walker, and he'll kick into the breeze for about 48, Darryl.
Yeah, certainly won't have any problem with the distance. And again, we say that if they get in on a one-on-one competition, Walker's the man to go to. They did it then, but gee whiz, they missed a couple of frees there.
Yeah, I know, but the PDK highlight for one Norwood player there in particular.
Juniper.
Jack Juniper, take a bow. PDK highlight.
Kept going, yeah.
Sponsor.
Okay, so Walker now from 48 metres out, about a 45-degree angle, kicking into the teeth of the breeze. Comes in now, kicks right on 50. The kick is on its way. He's allowed for the breeze, has he? He has, and he's drilled it. That's a station-sponsored PDK highlight, and that's Walker has got his second, and the Norwood side have hit back. They now take the lead. They go to 5 goals, 4-34. They lead the Glenelg side 5 straight. That is on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard, and Walker has got his second. Just quickly scores from around the grounds, courtesy of station sponsor Prince Albert Hotel. Half-time scores in the AFL, Geelong 7-7, leading Adelaide 4-7, and Western Bulldogs 12-4, leading the Fremantle side 5 goals, 8.
Right, we put the goal down to Walker, but I'm going to put a little asterisk alongside Jack Juniper's name. First of all, he delivered a hip and shoulder to Big Kirk, and I'm sure Big Kirk thought he had hit one of those waves that he's used to running into. Went to the ground, and then he just persisted to getting the ball to his teammate who kicked it to Walker. The ball now up inside B, attacking 50 for the Tigers. The player pulled down there was Young. Player says play on. At the bottom of the pack is Murphy. The ball comes out momentarily to Jackman. It's very close to the boundary line, slipping over there with Jericho, and there'll be a boundary thrown in front of the scoreboard. The station-sponsored scoreboard of Williams Brothers Welding.
Indeed it is, DB. So goal for goal here at the Bay Oval. Norwood in front at the moment. Throw in inside the Bays 50 though. Cranston, Kirkby, snap around the body, and he misses out of bounds on the full to the near side. Just quickly, guys, courtesy of station sponsored Prince Albert Hotel, scores from around the grounds. West Adelaide 11-2 leading the Panthers 1 goal 4, and Central 9-4 leading Port Adelaide 3-4, and North Adelaide and Sturt 3 goals to North, Sturt 3-1. So Jackman's going to take the free kick. right pocket for the Redlegs, who are in front by 4 points here.
Footy, it's nip and tuck here.
No one's broken the back yet, have they?
Good quarter so far. It's the Bays leading 3 goals to 2. Kick comes towards the members' side. Good mark taken by Stock. He plays on quickly towards the wing, lower there, and a free kick's going to be paid to Danny Meyer. Lower didn't have his eyes on the football. Meyer thumps the Bays forward. Kirkby's underneath it. Couldn't take the mark. Well roved by Nitschke. Handball under pressure, only went as far as Hall. Salopek, high kick. Kirkby's underneath it. Can he mark it? No, he can't.
No, he played over the shoulder.
In fact, he's played over the shoulder. So Kirkby's going to get the free kick, Darryl. 30 out directly in front.
Yeah, he shouldn't have any problem with the kick either. So I'm trying to pick up the player who went over the top.
Now, how could that possibly be over the shoulder?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He actually went to the ground. So whether it happened when he was on the ground or not, DB, I don't know. But he certainly played over the shoulder, and Kirkby's got the free, 25 metres out directly in front, plus a 25-metre penalty against Taylor Walker.
Doesn't miss it, it wouldn't matter.
So that has going to go down for a goal to Rory Kirkby, and Glenelg all of a sudden have got their 6th straight on the ball. Kirkby's got his 2nd, and gee whiz, just when the undisciplined acts like that, he wouldn't have probably missed anyway, DB, as you said, but there's just that 25 metres out directly in front. There could always be that notion with the breeze like it is that he might have missed, but they made a certainty of it as Massey comes off through the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates, and coming on is Evans. Also coming on is Jackman through the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates.
Well, Walker wasn't the only Norwood player arguing with the umpire. There were about 4 or 5 of them arguing about that free kick.
Well, it was a strange decision because Kirkby was on the ground, and he actually said it was over the shoulder. He identified it was over the shoulder.
Ball now taken off hand by Weatherall. Weatherall kicks out there towards half forward. The ball will bounce beautifully for Jericho. He can pick it up, but the handball back out here. He's put the player under the hammer. It ends up now with Trotter. Trotter will go inside 50. The pack will tap himself. Jupiter was in the middle of the pack. Comes down though. The Tigers have the numbers here, and it'll end up with Carr. Carr will come out of centre half back, and
that's got to be holding the ball.
Holding the sausage. It is indeed. In fact, it was Adlington, I think.
It was, yep.
And comes to Walker. Walker's pass. Oh, like a bullet to Evans, but it was too much on it. Evans had to dive almost. It'll end up in the attacking 50 for them, however. Finozzo's desperate to try and get hold of the ball. A couple of free kicks gone missing there against the Redlegs as it comes now to Willoughby. Willoughby's kick is an absolute gem, isn't he? I reckon he went to aim for the boundary line, and he almost got it because it's very close.
Oh, played.
Murphy will go in with a handball. Fucked away though by Jericho. There comes to Kane. He loses it. So to Stop. Walker's in the bottom of the pack. Oh, they desperate stuff here at the moment. Centre wing grandstand side. Both sides going in hard. There'll be a boundary. No, there won't. There'll be a ball up centre wing grandstand side.
22 and a half gone here. Glenelg lead it by 2 points. They have the breeze. Evans tackled straight away. Ball said the crowd.
Over the shoulder.
And that was the correct decision. So Evans just forward of centre for the legs. Good quarter by them into the wind. They're 2 goals to 4. So a solid effort. Evans' kick is an absolute wobbler. Fisher couldn't trap it. Going to ground was Walker. Fisher fed it out. Zorzi's there. Back to Piopolo. Quick kick away. Goes towards the goal square underneath it. Panos flying is lower. He have a quick snap at goal and missed to the near side. So the margin 1 point in favour of the Tigers.
Gee whiz, he should have made more of that, didn't he? Had plenty of time there. He probably thought he didn't have as much time as he did, and he actually rushed it and just missed the near side as they bring the ball back in.
Yeah, to Finozzo, the back pocket, grandstand side to go over the top to Willoughby. They'll try and bring it out by hand to Kane. He'll kick it from half back along centre wing. He's looking there for Kirkby. Front position, the big man takes a good grab, immediately plays on. Will kick it off the left boot inside 50. He's looking there for Mills. The ball bounces. Mills kicks it up, gives it to the Mouse. The Mouse got caught, and that'll be holding the ball. Well, no, the umpire says play on as it comes out here to the half-back flank. Evans will take the mark. No, he won't, but the recovery's good from Evans, and he'll go towards the half-back flank, looking for Piopolo through the hands of his teammate. Comes to Meyer. Meyer to Willoughby. Willoughby can go inside 50 to Hall. The ball out the back, taken by Hall. The kick should be a socky for a man of his ability, and he's missed to the right-hand side for a minor score to the Tigers. That's their first behind in actual fact. They go to 6 goals, 137. The Red Legs are 5-5-35 on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. You got a score there, Daryl?
Oh, I have. According to the SANFL website, Sturt and North Adelaide 3 goals 4 to 3 goals 2 in favour of the North Adelaide side, but according to their website, we're supposed to be at that game at 2 according to the game between Sturt and North at Prospect.
There you go.
So bad miss there to Hall. Puopolo's got it now from the kick in. He's on the grandstand side, back pocket.
Yeah, that was a Smithfield crash clanging, Greeny, from Hawley. He should have drilled that. Station sponsor.
So Norwood going into the breeze. They're kicking to the northern end, left of screen here. Handball.
Young.
Came back to Young. His kick was an ordinary one. Rose underneath it. Flying high was Button. Norwood had the players on the ground. It was Zorzi. Evans, it'd have to be close to Norwood's best player. Has a bounce. Centre wing. Kicks a wobbler forward. Walker held out of the contest nicely by Mills.
Oh, it's straight the other way. You're kidding. Gee whiz.
Oh, that is cruel.
Unbelievable. How often do you see the forward getting paid against the forward? Very rare, very rarely. But gee whiz. Taylor Walker was being held onto there, and the umpires paid it the other way. Station sponsor Smithfield crash clanger by that umpire, now giving a 25-metre penalty.
Oh, that was a shocker. That was a shocker. Umpire Ralston. Absolute Barry Crocker. I agree with you.
Gee,
Salopek in the heart of the Bay Oval. Kicks towards the lead of Hall. It's out in front of him a metre. He gets a beautiful bounce. Takes it. He's 60 out. Feeds.
Oh, good play.
Back. He's got Panozzo. Gets around to tackle. Feeds it to Carr. Carr's little left foot kick over Kirkby's head, and it will go out of bounds in front of the scoreboard. Another disappointing pass there, DB.
It was too much on it. Back.
Well, he should have actually
went out on the sitting ball.
Well, he should have actually brought it to the top of the goal square, because again, it's too hard of a kick from that deep pocket there to score. If they just put it at the top of the goal square, put pressure on the opposition.
Yeah, no, good point, Smitty. Should have brought it into the corridors. Up goes Rowe. Got the tap down to Lower. Lower's kick out to Fisher. Fisher's got plenty of time. He'll give it to Carr. Carr will go looking for the mouse, who should take it. Does take it on second attempt. Good mark by Brett Backwell. Well within his kicking range, and he's usually a pretty good shot for goal as a mouse.
He is.
I reckon I'll put this down.
He's normally a very good shot on the run, isn't he, DB? So set shots I don't know about, but when he's on the run, he's a very good shot. So he comes in now from 45, 50 metres out.
Yeah, it's a good point you make,
as the siren sounds, so...
Good point you make, because you don't often see mice still.
No, that's right. So Backwell comes in now. The kick is on its way. Looks pretty good off the boot. Has he got the carry? It has got the carry, but it's just drifted away to the far side for a minor score. So the second behind on the board to Glenelg. They go to 6 goals to 38. They lead Norwood 5-5-35. In that quarter, we saw the Tigers added 4.
Come scoreboard pressure then, and I would say without a shadow of a doubt that if the Redlegs can lead by 5 at three-quarter time, I couldn't see the Bays getting back, not the way they've been playing up till half-time.
OK, we'll quickly go back to shoot. Have a break on RPH Football. You're with Rob Green, Dennis Brown and Daryl Smith.
In April 2010, Adelaide will host the Special Olympics National Games. 1,000 athletes with an intellectual disability have registered, but while their disability won't stop them competing, money might. We need 1,000 businesses or individuals to donate a tax-deductible $1,000 to sponsor an athlete and ensure their time to shine. Go to specialolympics.com.au for full details.
Getting old? Thanks to station sponsor, your local Sports Power store.
Yeah, Sports Power, great sponsors they are too. They can be found all around the place. Sports Power stores, station sponsor, of course, can be found at Mount Barker, also Glenelg, Elizabeth, Tea Tree Plaza, Golden Grove, Mitcham, Mount Barker. As I said, they are all around the place. Phil, great supporters of RPH Football are the Sports Power stores. And if you want anything in sport, make sure you get into your local Sports Power store, DB.
Umpire holds the ball, umpire day, and just noticing at centre wing grandstand side, Nick Lower and Stephen Salopek having a little chat. I wonder why. But here's the ball in the centre there as it comes to Murphy. Murphy's hands are good. To Carr. Carr's handball, the teammate came unstuck as Lower intercepted and kicked a long ball up inside 50. Oh, coming out and taking good mark is Mills for the Bays in that defensive 50 area grandstand side. So Wade Mills with a footy for the Tigers. Timely mark that as he goes short looking for Meyer, and the kick was a beauty and Meyer takes the grab, but haven't advanced all that far. He's just outside 50 now when he kicks for footy. undecided at the moment. He's still got hold of the footy short. Will be called to play on shortly, and now he's been called to play on as he'll retreat into the defensive 50 and then puts a kick out to that outside. Good running by Kirk. The ball will sit for him. Well, he's tackled by Phillip. Talk about David and Goliath. The pressure from Phillips has forced Kirk, though, to kick errantly, and it ends up with Weatherall, who goes inside 50, and Phillips has got it, and that was just a great effort by Phillips against an opponent twice his size, Darryl Smith.
Fantastic effort, wasn't it? So station sponsor PDK highlight that by Phillips, and he's marked the ball now, and he'll kick from around about 48 metres, slight angle, kicking to the southern end. He's got the breeze at his back, so he certainly should make the distance. Good play has Phillips been. Comes in now, kicks from right on 50. The kick is on its way. The goal umpire is moving to the far side, and it's gone through for a minor score. So a point on the board to the Norwood side. They go to 5 goals, 6-36. They trail by just 2 points. Glenelg 6-2-38. That is on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard.
That has been the tail of the tape, Robbie Green, with side kicking with the breeze, just missing opportunity.
They have been. The breeze is just favouring probably the scoreboard thing as well. Play on, said the umpire from the kick out from Panozzo. That went to Carr. And we'll have a ball up. So Carr caught completely unawares that that ball had not travelled the required distance.
Well, we've seen less, travel less than they paid it.
So Cranston.
Unbelievable.
In ruck. Ball ends up with Panozzo again. This time he kicks it 40 metres, but he just thumped it on the boot to nobody in particular towards the outer side boundary line. Kirkby grabbed it and was tackled over the line there by Stop and Lower. And we're going to have a boundary throw in. So going with the breeze in this quarter, the Redlegs, they trail by 2 points. They have the opportunity to put the runs on the board and make Glenelg chase them here in the last quarter. Ball comes to ground. Allen fed it off to Kane. He's got time to have a bounce, but he thumps it towards half forward. Target Kirkby, he was up high, couldn't take the mark. Crumbing beautifully there was Evans, might have caught one in the back. No, said the umpire. Comes to McGuinness, and he is tackled to the ground, 55 out directly in front of the Bay goal.
Gee, here, GB, if Glenelg kick a goal here, it's a 2-goal turnaround because Norwood shouldn't have missed that goal.
Agreed, Smitty, as the ball's tapped down there by Doyle into a pack in for a secondary ball up. Umpires.
Who's going to pay that?
He's going to pay a free kick.
Yeah.
What's that? What? I didn't see that.
For dumping, throwing the player there, yep.
No, fair enough. Who was the Norwood player? Lower, was it?
Lower, yep.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I hate to see that, but I don't think it's a rule, though, is it?
No, yeah,
but,
maybe rough play.
Yeah, no, great umpiring that. Yep. I hate to see that as the ball is kicked to Ty Allen, and he'll have a shot for goal, or is he too far out? He's just going to kick from about 52 metres.
He gives it off.
Gives it off now to Hall. Hall will go short. Kirkby. Very good football there by the Tigers. And Kirkby now will kick from the grandstand side from about 48 metres.
OK, Kirkby already on the scoreboard. He's kicked 2 goals. Comes in now. He's got that left foot swing action happening. A bit like Buddy Franklin, and it goes across the face of the goal. Has it been marked on the line? No, it's gone through for a minor score. So another point on the board to the Tigers. They go to 6 goals, 3-39. They lead by 3 points. Norwood 5-6-36, and no one really wants to take the tail at this stage.
No, they don't, man. I commend that umpire that played that free kick, Darryl Smith, but why don't they do it more often?
Yeah, exactly right.
Rob Green on RPH footy.
So McGuinness kicked a long one out, 60 metres with the breeze, and Donahue ended up on the ground with Tigers all over him. We'll have a ball up in the centre square. Doyle hands to it. There's Allen, always in there in the action, Ty Allen. Can always rely on him to get the hard ball. Another ball up. It is the Redlegs trailing by 3 points. They're going with the breeze in this third quarter. Another ball up's going to take place. There's about 15 players around that pack, Darryl.
Yeah, look at the number of players around the ball.
In fact, I reckon there's more than 15.
Well, a bit of action happening off the ball there. It's going to be a free kick to the Tigers.
The retaliating.
Yep.
Court.
Exactly right. Always happens, doesn't it?
Panozzo was getting stuck into young Evans. Evans retaliated and the umpire looked up. Bad luck, son. Ball comes up towards half forward here, taken by Meyer outside 50, grandstand side. Meyer now can run to 50. The kick's on its way. Will the breeze bring it back? No, it won't. Through for the minor score. To the Tigers, they go to 6-4-40 on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. Norwood 5-6-36.
So, a few little bits of inaccuracy from both sides. It's a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment. Has been all day.
Evans off and coming on is Jericho through the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates.
Here's Stop. Margin hasn't gone beyond 2 goals. Stop's kick went to the outer side. Very good mark taken there by Massey. Massey feeds it off to Young. Young on his left boot. Kicks towards centre wing. Phillips underneath it, couldn't take the mark. It was roved by Carr. He couldn't get it away. In fact, he was grabbed without the ball. So Josh Carr, centre wing out of side, plays on quickly. Salopek's in space. He's 60 out directly in front.
He'll go back inboard.
So Salopek now looks for the lead of Cranston. Cranston takes it. He's too far out to score into this breeze, Trevor Cranston. A kick from 60.
This is poor.
Goes towards the loose player. And that's very ordinary checking. And the mark is taken there by Meyer. 45 out, 45-degree angle into the breeze.
He's been a good player for the Tigers today. He's done some real hard, tough things. And in that section of play there, he actually ran hard into that space and found the space and received the ball. So
I'll back him, yes, Smitty.
Okay, Meyer, the right foot. He's going to kick from around about 45 metres out. 45-degree angle. Comes in now. Kicking into the teeth of the breeze. The kick is on its way. What's he done? He's actually swung it back absolutely magnificently. That's a goal to Meyer. He's first. The Tigers have got their 7th. They go to 7 goals, 4-46. They lead by 10 points. Norwood 5-6-36. That's on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. And we've played 6 minutes of this second quarter, courtesy of station sponsor Grand Central. Great kick by Meyer.
Ball back in the centre. About to be sent skyward by umpire Ralston as he has the ball now. Again, it'll be Cranston and Doyle. Up she goes. Doyle got a left hand of the ball. It almost came back to him, but intercepting Salopek. He got it out to Kane at centre wing. The Tigers have lifted their work rate in this third quarter, and a magnificent pass to Douglas inside 50 is champagne football. And Douglas, who is a dead-eyed dick, can have a shot on goal.
And Douglas will kick. He's already kicked 2, has Richard Douglas. He's going to kick from around about 48 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. So Richard Douglas now comes in from 48 metres out, kicking to the northern goal. And is this back-to-back goals to the... It is too. Douglas has got his 3rd, and all of a sudden this game's starting to break open with Glenelg kicking back-to-back goals into the breeze. They've got their 8th. They got 8 goals, 4-52. They lead Norwood 5-6-36. Norwood are yet to bother the scorers in this quarter.
Yes, and the Tigers so often this year and last year haven't looked good all day in matches, but they just have a way to win and doing the right things at the right time. And so far today, this is the best position they've been in. They're 16 points up going into the breeze in this third quarter. Cranston roves his own ruckwork, as he so often does. Gets it away. Kick out in front of Murphy, who's on the half-forward line. Gets around his opponent beautifully. Feeds it in there to Meyer, who went to kick it, and it sort of ricocheted off his knee and went out of bounds in front of the cricket club. So we'll have a boundary throw-in. Cranston's there. Button's also coming into the action. They got 2 ruckmen at this contest. In fact, it's going to be Button. Jumping up though is Cranston. Got the football down. Cranston's quick kick actually went backwards. It's going out towards the half-back outer flank for Norwood. Massey's going to run onto it. He's got the run of Piopolo if he can take it. He can. Now feeds over to that player. In fact, now Weatherall's got the ball. Centre wing out of side. Weatherall kicks the legs forward inside 50. Mills in front of Walker. Worked his way to the front and got his hands to the ball and took it out of play very well indeed there, Darryl.
You've got to say Mills has got the better of Walker today, hasn't he? He's been very good down there in defence, and Walker's only kicked he's kicked 2 goals. One of those was in the goal square where he actually took a good strong mark, but I reckon Mills has had the better of him today.
No argument there. The stats will show that. Smitty, as up goes Cranston, taps it down into a pack, and another ball up just inside the 50, out of side.
Just quickly, boys, courtesy of station sponsor Prince Albert Hotel. Geelong 10-7, Adelaide coming back 9-11.
Ball at the bottom of the pack there, and emerging with the football is Adlington. He goes by hand, gives it to Panozzo. Panozzo's had a bounce. He runs towards centre wing. He'll bring it inboard, gives it to Hall. Hall will go over the top to Kirkby. Kirkby will come now into the centre of the ground. He's looking there for Salopek. He was up. The ball put the ground, though. They come in hard to the red legs. Lowers there. And there'll be a ball up between the attacking side of the square and the 50-metre arc. All the Tigers doing all the attacking against the breeze, and this is the premiership quarter.
Ball up, centre half forward for the Bays. Fisher gets his handball away. He's in there again. That was to Cranston initially. Norwood players through Massey. Out it comes Nitschke. Here's Stop. the big fella on the right foot. Kicks towards Panos, but he's outnumbered. Salopek didn't know where the footy was. He got a great shepherd from the captain in Mules. Excellent team football. Mules into Carr, feeds it over to Kirk. He's chased by Donahue, gets an awkward high kick. Doyle's in the van, but in fact McGuinness falls short. Took a very good defensive mark. Feeds out wide to Trotter. Trotter, his kick is to the lead of Phillips. Could be too far for him. No, it bounces, stays in play. Good handball by Kane. Panozo kicks the bays forward. Underneath it is Kirk. Well done by Doyle, who went back. McGuinness, Young. Redlegs out of trouble through Piopolo. Great game off the back line. His kick's opened the game right up. Finds Donahue. Donahue's kick is a terrible one. It's high. He's got Juniper there. He got his hand to it. Retherall does the roving. Beautifully done by Kirk. Ball still in dispute. Bays are away. Here's Adlington. In fact, it's Carr. Slipped as he kicked it. Went out wide. Panozzo again has a bounce. Good shepherd by Murphy. He's going to come inside 50. Kick towards goal. Button could shepherd it. Kirkby! Marks in the goal square, Darryl.
Yeah, great teamwork, wasn't it? Where Button actually shepherded it out, and Kirkby was able just to walk in front of the two opponents and take the easiest of uncontested mark. Goes back now, and Kirkby has kicked another goal, and the Tigers are certainly marching. Kirkby's got his third, and now the Tigers have got their ninth. They got a 9 goals for 58. They lead the Norwood side 5-6-36. Can tell you, courtesy of station sponsor, the Prince Albert Hotel, the scores from around the ground. West Adelaide 15-4, leading the Panthers 2-4. In the Central's Port game, it is Central Districts 11-5-71, leading Port Adelaide 7 goals for. And Sturt and North, it is 6-5-41. Sturt leading North Adelaide 5-4-34.
A game at City Mazdas all over, as is this one here at Glenelg.
Yeah, tend to agree with you, DB.
With the Bays against the breeze, they've come out on song. 3 goals. The Redlegs have not kicked the goal with the breeze in this third quarter, the premiership quarter. The ball is Massey's tackled. He drops the footy. Tempted kick forward there by the Redleg. Comes unstuck. Fisher picks up the ball, gives it to Kane. Kane can go with the left boot towards centre-half forward. Up they fly. Good tap away by Puopolo. Ends up with Carr. He tackled inside the 50 for a ball up centre-half forward for the Tigers. Up she goes. Doyle into the contact.
Umpire.
Gee whiz, had to be a free kick there to Big Buck. Big Doyle almost buried him in the turf. The ball is in the back pocket now with Young. He's put under pressure. Can he get away? He can, and get the ball on the boot. Oh, cop one after he got rid of the footy too, right in front of the umpire. The umpire said you can build him in the guts, I don't mind, as the ball goes up towards half back, and the mark taken there by Fisher. Fisher now will kick inside 50. The Tigers are relentless. They keep coming. Is that a mark there to the Redlegs? It is. And again, it's Billy Young, I think, will stop 1 or 2. Last line of defence for the Redlegs with the footy. What's he going to do? He's going to go to the outer side. The kick is on its way. It's Billy Young, in actual fact. It's a magnificent kick looking for Donahue. Dropped what he probably should have taken on the jet. Now it's into a pack for a ball up, and that's the difference between the two sides at the moment. The Redlegs making mistake after mistake, and the Tigers pouncing and kicking something.
Insult to injury with falling over as well, DB.
Exactly, as the ball is belted down to Panozzo. He'll bring him with a handball in towards Carr in the centre of the ground. Carr goes back out there looking for a teammate, but Zorzi intercepted, kicked it inside 50. At the ball there inside the 50. Oh, running onto it is Phillips, who should kick a goal for the Redlegs. He has. Very good opportunity is Simon Phillips, and he's kicked a much-needed goal for the Redlegs, but I think he's all too late. 6 goals, 6, that's 40 on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. The Tigers 9-4-58.
Yeah, it came into a one-on-one competition, didn't it? With Taylor Walker now moved up to centre-half forward, and going to full forward for Norwood is Panos, wearing the number 31. And was it? No, Mick Colligan was number 20, wasn't he, when he was a full forward? So, so it came in, and Phillips, with his speed, was able to get underneath Panos, who actually pulled the ball down, and he was able to kick truly for his first goal. Good goal and good teamwork by the Norwood side.
And of course, 6-6 is 42, not 40. Rob Green.
Correct, DB. So the Redlegs a much-needed goal there.
Whoa!
Cranston flew up and then flew down.
So how's it a free kick?
Massey.
I don't know.
Bombed it forward. Walker was the target, went over his head. Panos is there. It might beat him over the line. Here's the speeds to Phillips. But it's Ben Mules who dives over the line in typical Ben Mules fashion and concedes it behind, and he brings it out quickly to Salopek. It was an ordinary kick. Salopek went to ground lower, held it into his guts. And we're going to have a ball up some 40 metres out from the red leg goal, DB.
Yeah, look, I reckon Cranston was a bit unlucky there.
Yeah, I agree too.
Free kick against him, and he went up, and he went up high, had his eyes on the ball, and consequently, because he went up before acceptances, he had his leg over the shoulder, but his eyes were on the ball. He made contact with the ball, and he got pinged.
I don't understand it.
I can't either. Anyway, there's a free kick in a defensive 50 here for the Tigers, is there? Yeah, yes, it is. Salopek will kick back to Hall, then now in the back pocket on the grandstand side. So Hall now with the footy for the Tigers. Chris Hall, what's he going to do? He's going to bring it to the grandstand side. He's going to go short, looking there and finding Fisher. Has always been a very good player today.
He has been balanced, isn't he, Fisher? Very, very balanced player, Fisher.
Yeah, clean ball handler. Usually finds a target. As he kicks it to the half-back flank, big pack fly, almost a mark there to Rowe, off hands, the ball at the bottom of the pack. The umpire's found another free kick. It's going to go the way of the mouse. Backwell will bring it to Hall by hand. Hall now off the left boot will bring it up there, the lead of Kirkby. Beautiful pass there. That was a station sponsor, PDK highlight.
Yeah, it certainly was.
As, the ball now kicked forward by Kirkby. There's Tigers everywhere. You'd swear you're at the zoo. As the ball comes to Carr. Carr goes up towards half-forward, offhand taken by McGuinness. He dummies and sells one, gives it back to Jackman. Jackman will go to the outer side, and the mark taken out there by Rowe. Rowe now will bring the ball into the centre half-back position. Jericho will take the mark, gives it the stop to Nitschke. Nitschke's got a player loose out there at centre wing, but beautiful interception by the Tigers, forces the error, taken by Panozzo. His handball looking for Kirk, came unstuck. Here's the ball being off. Great work by Phillips. I don't know how he ended up with the footy. It was a party trick, and consequently the turnover sees the Red Leagues loose inside 50. That's the way the ball goes, and the mark taken by Stamos.
Okay, Fanos now will kick from around about 50 metres on going towards the southern end of the Gliderolo. We've got the breeze at his back, so certainly shouldn't have any problem with the distance. They don't know what he's like as a kicker, to be honest. He's kicked, this is his no goals. This is his first game, so in he comes now. The kick looks pretty good off the bit. Has he kicked the goal? He has. So he's got his first goal in league football, and that is the Norwood's 7th. They go to 7-7-49. Coming back to the Tigers, 9-4-58. That is on the station-sponsored. That is on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding Scoreboard. And great to see every single player on the Norwood side come up to congratulate him, DB. Every single one, from way down defence all the way up to forward. So a good team lifting goal and good team spirit showed by the Norwood Football Club.
Exactly, Matty. I might have called him Stamos. Actually, it's Panos, of course. But, yeah, you kick a goal, your first goal in league footy, and you love to see that, Matty. You're spot on.
That was a very gutsy effort by young Evans in the second game. I've mentioned already today, got the 50-50 ball, and he's got his side back in this contest. Brilliant stuff. Here's Panozzo. Allen. Can the Tigers get it out of the middle? Whoa, tackled there was Panozzo. That's holding it. In fact, it was Ty Allen who was grabbed. It was Panozzo, Rob. Goes out towards Nitschke. He finds Massey. Massey in towards Juniper. Juniper thumps it. Walker's the target. He's a chance here. He's got it.
Great kick.
And the Redlegs, oh, they're about to kick their third in a row if Walker can kick truly from 35 on a 45-degree angle. It
was interesting because as soon as Massey gave the ball to Juniper, he said kick it in long to the one-on-one competition of Taylor Walker. The kick was actually over towards the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding Scoreboard, and Walker was able to run onto it and take the mark virtually uncontested. So now Walker from around about 40 metres out, slight angle, kicking to the school end here of Gliderol Stadium, has already kicked 2 today. So can he get the Norwood side a little bit closer? He kicks it in low and he kicks it in hard, and the umpire says, that'll do me. He's got his third, and Norwood are making a bit of a comeback here. They've gone to 8 goals, 7-55. They still trail by 3 points. Glenelg 9-4-58. And DB, did you say put the glasses down?
Mate, I still say it's all over Red Rover because the Bays will come home with the breeze. And look, that was a PDK station highlight, that one from...
yeah, the kick.
Magnificent kick. It travelled about 60 metres.
But as soon as Massey gave him the handball, Massey just pointed in saying kick it in long. So that might be the instructions from the Norwood coaching staff.
Up they go in the centre. Crampton again up before acceptance. The ball at the bottom of the pack. In goes Zorsey. Ends up there with Weatherall. He gives it out there to Phillips. Phillips off the left boot. Out it comes and in front there. Here's Panos. Takes the mark now for the Redlegs. Immediately plays on. They've lifted the Redlegs in towards the one-on-one contest. Up ball pumped forward though by Walker in actual fact up against his opponent there in Mills. And the minor score recorded to the Redlegs. They go to 8 goals, 8-56 on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding Scoreboard. They trail the Tigers 9-4-58, 2 points in it.
Panozzo under the pump, the Bays. The Legs with the last 3 goals. They only trail by 2 points now. 20 minutes gone, third quarter. Bays will come home with the breeze, though. Meyer got the kick in from Panozzo. Thumps it towards centre wing. Long ball, haul the target.
Oh.
Players flying everywhere. Ball went over the back. There was Nitschke to Phillips with his pace gets through. Puopolo with run off the wing. All over Panos's head, and had that kick been accurate, Panos was away and would have had a shot from 50, Smithy.
He certainly would have, and you've got to admire the way Phillips plays his footy, doesn't he? He's very well balanced, uses his speed, and he's got great skills, Phillips, so go a long way in this competition.
Boundary throw in. Rowe versus Button. Allen was there. He was taken by Massey. There's Ben Kane. Good pressure on that occasion by the second gamer in Evans, who forced the smother and got another neutral ball, which is a boundary throw in front of the scoreboard.
Just in the time on, guys, on the station-sponsored Grand Central Time Clock. We've played 20 minutes of this premiership quarter.
Norwood have certainly lifted their work rate in the last 10 minutes or so and kicking on with the breeze, but it's taken them till the time on period to realise that the breeze is there, I think, is with Willoughby. Willoughby will go by hand and into the back pocket.
That's a free kick.
And here, going to be a free kick to the Redlegs, and they've got no idea what that was for.
It's going to Evans, and the umpire actually indicated a push in the back, so...
well, hang on.
The ball wasn't anywhere near it, but that's what the umpire indicated, DB.
But he's paid an FAD from a handball, hasn't he?
No, actually, it was something behind the play. So,
Okay.
So Evans has got the ball. He's going to kick from around about 45 metres out. Slight angle, kicking to the school end, as we see.
Salabeck on and Kane off for the Tigers through the Sports Power Interchange Gate Station sponsor.
They certainly are. Evans comes in now. The kick is on its way now. He's hooked it, and station sponsor Smithfield Crest clanger that kick. So another minor score on the board. So we've got the smallest possible margin. It's a 1-point ball game in favour of the Tigers. 9-4-58. They lead Norwood 8-9-57.
Panozzo for the 9th time today. Kicks it in. He played on. He ran 25 metres and thumped it towards the outer wing. Up they fly. Great mark taken by Button. So Button just backward of centre wing for the Bays, who have conceded the last 3 goals. They do come home with the win, but I reckon they need a steadier here. Norwood have got a lot of momentum. Button kicks down the line. His target's Kirkby.
Oh.
Flew high, and in fact he jumped into the back, according to the umpire.
Obviously he didn't have his eyes on the ball.
So McGuinness will be the recipient of the free kick. Get it moving, son. Your side's got the advantage here. You're running out of time with the breeze. Just kick it long. Still he holds it. So McGuinness now decides to go in towards the centre circle. Rowe the target. Good strong mark right in the heart of the Bay Oval. Plays on. The run of Nitschke. Nitschke's kick. Oh, he's got Panos. And Panos takes the mark just inside the 50, Darryl. And he'll have a go with this win.
Well, he's got to have the go with the win because it's in the time-on period. It's in the third quarter. This to give Norwood either equal share of the lead or a straight lead. So Panos will kick from around about 50 metres out, kicking on about a 45-degree angle on that outer side of the ground here of glider roll. So in he comes now right on 50. The kick is on its way. It's certainly got the distance. Has it got the accuracy? No, it hasn't. So scores locked away here at glider roll. It is 9-4-58. Norwood on 8 goals, 10-58. So we'll be seeing, and will they be cursing the bad kicking, DB?
Well, that kick went exactly the same way as Phillips' kick did shortly after the start of this premiership quarter, to the left-hand side of the goalpost, so obviously wasn't looking at what happened when the ball left the poop. The ball goes out to that half-back flank. The Redlegs are in the van here. The ball comes to ground though, but the handball come unstuck, and the umpire said, because there's too many players around the ball, I'm going to ball it up just outside the 50. For the Redlegs on the outer side, they're going with the breeze. The ball tapped down to Allen. Allen's kick is smothered. The Redlegs have a chance here. They go inside 50. There's a player back there in Mills, though, for the Tigers. Takes the mark, and he'll bring the ball to the grandstand side. Talapak's made space and takes the mark. Good handball.
Oh, too easy, wasn't it?
Panozzo now is being pressured by Donahue, and in fact, the ball comes back to Talapak to Meyer. And Meyer will bring it towards the half forward flank for the Tigers. Offhand, Big Cranston, but in goes Douglas. That's almost holding the sausage against Douglas. Good tackle there by Puopolo. Advantage is paid. Everybody's up.
That's wrong, isn't it, DB?
Shocking advantage in actual fact, but a little bit of divine intervention there because the Tigers have taken the mark through Mills, who's done a fantastic job back there in defence.
Yeah, once the umpire calls and blows whistle, everybody stops. They can't. There's no advantage in that. That's unfair.
It was indeed, but as I said, divine intervention there, Smitty, as the ball is with the Willoughby centre wing. He gets past an opponent, thought about giving it to Salapak, ran the gauntlet, and then finally got it to Salapak, who in turn gave it to Kirk. Kirk's at centre wing. The umpire's brought the ball back, and he's penalising the side here, isn't he?
Again, yeah.
Now he's brought it back, and he's going to give it to Salapak. Well, gee, big Kirk had it. He had a player loose, and he's brought it back and given it to Salapak. Got to be able to read this game, boys. Understand it as the ball comes now to McConnell. McConnell's on the attacking side of the square, gives it back to Salapak. The whistle's gone again. I've got no idea what's going on there.
No, it's a blood rule down here, so...
blood rule as the player... Now, that's going to penalise the bays, isn't it? Or is he going to... Now, what happens here, Smitty?
No, he goes back. The player hadn't kicked the ball, so it's just, all the umpires done is seen the opportunity while the play had stopped, and he's called the blood rule. So it'll go back to where it was. So the bays haven't been disadvantaged.
I mean, the blood rule, surely you could have waited till he kicked the footy, because now all of the bay forwards have been picked up.
No question.
By the Norwood defenders. I mean, gee whiz, understand this game, boys, please. As the ball is going to be kicked forward now by Salapak inside the 50. Oh, up they go, and Big Kirk.
Too easy, wasn't it?
Well, that was as easy as plucking an apple from a tree. And Big Kirk, there was a thumping kick. Only got to kick it accurately here, Daryl Smith.
Yeah, kicking into the teeth of the breeze, though, so it's not going to be an easy kick. He's got to kick from around about 45 metres, slight angle, kicking to the northern end, and this to give the Tigers the lead in whatever he does if he gets a score. And saying that, he's probably going to kick it out of bounds on the full. So Kirk comes in now from 48 metres out, kicking to the northern end, right into the teeth of the breeze, which is pretty strong. So comes in wearing the number 4 jumper, of course. And he comes, the kick is on its way, and it is a magnificent kick off the boot, and that has gone through, and as the siren sound, that has given the Tigers the lead. They go to 10 goals for 64. They lead by just 6 points. Norwood on 8 goals, 10-58, and Kirk has got his first, so that is the score there. In that quarter, the Tigers into the breeze managed 4 goals 2, as to with the breeze Norwood he managed just 3 goals 5. So certainly the premiership quarter won by the Tigers kicking into the breeze. So it is quarter time, and it's a 6-point ball game in favour of the Tigers. They did lead by 3 points at half time, trailed by 10 points.
12 hand passes, lower 13 kicks, 5 hand passes, the 18 possessions there, and Fiopolo 11 kicks and 6 hand passes.
And courtesy of the station sponsor, Prince Albert Hotel, Adelaide have kicked another goal. 12 goals 11, 83, leading Geelong 11-9, 75. The last goal scorer was Scotty Stevens at the 9-minute mark of the final quarter. So GDB, if they can just sneak another one, I reckon they might just about hang on here.
Yeah, well, that's a great effort. I mean, irrespective of whether they can go on and win it, that is a huge effort by the Crows. And given that the Cats came home like trained last week, didn't they, against Hawthorn? It's a snatch victory from the jaws of defeat.
They certainly did, and but the umpire holds the ball aloft to get this final game, our final quarter under the way, and you're on RPH Football with Dennis Brown.
Umpire DeBoy puts the ball skyward, offhand taken by Douglas. He copped one high. The umpire missed that one, and consequently he's forced to have a secondary ball up. Richard Douglas there had eyes for the ball and did cop one high, as the two big men are wrestling here in the centre, Cranston and Doyle. Cranston front position, beautifully taken off hand, ends up with Douglas, who kicks around the body. The bounce will fool everybody here, and it does. Back of the pack though, taken by Stop. They've stopped him in his tracks. In actual fact, as out came Niski. He got it now to McGuinness. He'll bring it into the centre. Weatherall will play on there and go over the top there, and gives it now to Jericho, who is a good kick, but it came off the boot like a boomerang. It's beaten everybody thus far. Mules has run into his teammate. Consequently, he's been tackled by a couple of Redlegs, and there'll be a ball up just inside the 50 for the Redlegs.
But I like him not to get a free kick there. I thought he might have been tackled high.
Ball goes up. Front position, Cranston. Gee, does a fantastic job. The ball out the back. The Tigers have the numbers there. Picking it up as Mills, I should say. He went to ground. Now a Redleg player's got it in Walker. He also goes to ground. The umpire said the ball was held to him for a ball up inside the 50 for the Redlegs.
Okay, just quickly, guys. Geelong have kicked a goal, so they trail by 2 points. Adelaide 12-11, Geelong 12-9, courtesy of station sponsor Prince Albert Hotel.
Ball in that rightful forward pocket, ends up with Ty Allen, who runs over the line for a boundary throw-in. Rightful forward pocket, boundary umpire to throw it in. The Redlegs into the breeze in this final quarter. as the ball comes spinning back into play. Two Tigers go up. Ty Allen emerges with the footy, does it superbly. Gives it to Panozzo, who got poleaxed after he got rid of the footy. And that'll be a free kick downfield. And,
undisciplined play again, isn't it, DB? And it costs your side so much.
Yes, it
Doyle
does.
was in the position there to take the ball then.
The Redlegs have done it quite a few times this year. As the kick now from Kirkby, a big thumping kick inside 50. Who's got it? The Tigers have it there through Big Butt, and the ball will come in towards centre-half forward. Out the back, though, taken by, I think that's Salopek, who kicks towards goal, but he's away to the right-hand side.
Had more time than that.
The minor score he didn't realise it. So it's Norwood now leading by 3 points. In fact, 3 points it is, or is it one? Yeah, 3 points. That
Bays by 7.
Bays by 7, I'll get it right in a minute. Bays by 7, they're 10-5-65, and Redlegs 8-10-58. So the ball to be kicked back into play by Jackman. He'll come to the grandstand side, the mark taken by Lower inside the defensive 50. Lower will bring it to centre wing. Trotter's made space and the kicks again. Hits him on the chest almost. So Trotter now backward off centre wing for the Redlegs. Got Lower going past, so the footy goes that way. Lower will go over the top, give it the stop. Stop now can put it on the right boot. The lead is on from Walker. The ball was high though. That allowed the defender to get to the contest and punch it away. The ball's still in contention though. Comes there, drop kick. Haven't seen one of those for 100 years as the ball is still in the attacking 50 for the Redlegs. Tough, hard work there. And there'll be a ball up just inside the 50 for the Redlegs grandstand side.
Yeah, the Redlegs are hanging in there, aren't they? They just need to steal a goal somewhere along here.
Umpire Rouston throws it up. This time Kirk and Cranston. Kirk actually received it from Cranston from a knockdown, and into a pack it goes for another ball up by Rouston. The Redlegs certainly not lying down at this stage, although there are a couple of them on the ground, but that's only because they were put there. As the ball comes up, toss up, tap down by Doyle, and there's shepherding in the ruck against the Tigers. Gee whiz, I haven't seen that for ages, shepherding in the ruck.
No.
And it's going to be a free kick to Rowe, and if he aims for the left goal post, he'll kick it, Smitty.
He's got to aim for the left goal post to get the breeze to bring it around, and he's going to kick from right on 50, so it's going to take his best kick. As Rowe comes in now from about a 50 metres out, 45-degree angle. This big Kirk gets back down there, adds a bit of height, so Rowe comes in from right on 50. The kick is on its way. He's actually put it to the great spot. Has he got the distance? He has. What a magnificent kick by Rowe. He has. That's a station sponsor, PDK highlight, and Rowe's got his first, and now Norwood all of a sudden just 1 point behind. They go to 9 goals 10 64. They trail the Glenelg side here on 10-5 65. That's on the station sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard, and courtesy of station sponsor the Grand Central time clock. It doesn't seem to be working, guys.
No, we're about 5 in.
About 5 in.
About 5 in. There's a light pole in our way. So in the centre, Cranston, hands down, Lower, gets it away. Jericho couldn't get his kick away. Allen's tied up, and what a fight back by Norwood here. They've kicked 4 of the last 5 goals after being down by 22 points in that third quarter. Ball up again. Doyle, players everywhere. Murphy still hasn't got it away, but the quick kick was by Zorzi. Leading possession, waiting for Norwood, looking for Rowe, but a great mark. Taken back there in defence by Adlington. His kick goes towards the wing. Panozzo on the left boot, a wobbler. A good one, though, in front of Backwell, who takes the mark 70 out. He kicks a high one. His target is Kirkby. Jackman got his fist to the football, and we will have a ball up inside the Bay 50-metre line.
Just quickly, boys, the Adelaide Football Club kicked another goal over there at Geelong. 13-11, they lead Geelong 12-9, courtesy of station sponsor Prince Albert Hotel.
Here's Jackman, feeds it back to McGuinness. He'll come grandstand side. He's got Jericho sat and wait underneath the ball, but he took the mark.
Too slow, Jericho, though.
Diving effort by Douglas to no avail, so Jericho...
He was too slow then. He had 2 players running to space, and by the time he realised it, those players had been picked up.
Back to Massey. So he's in front of the scoreboard. Norwood going to the left of screen, northern end, into the breeze. Last quarter here, they trail by a point. Jackman. So Norwood playing possession footy in the back 50 here. Jackman has the football. He's got options. He's got Jericho towards the outer side. Now he's called to play on. And in fact, he handballs it back through for a point.
Yes, isn't that a waste?
So that could be an important point because the margin is now 2 points in favour of the Bays.
But he had a player here in Billy Young standing there forever.
Exactly right.
He obviously hasn't seen.
Can tell you also, guys, Geelong have just kicked another goal, so they are trailing by 3 points now over there at Skilled Stadium.
Shootout over there as the ball is kicked to that outer side by Jackman and almost marked by Kirk. He should have marked it in actual fact. Zorzi at the bottom of the pack. The Bays have it now through Panozzo. He'll pump a high ball back inside the 50. The big pack will fly. At the back is the mouse. In fact, Willoughby grabbed it. Was he too high? Or grabbed too high? Noted the umpire for a ball up inside the 50 for the Tigers. They lead by 2 points. Up she goes. Well, Doyle was being hung on to. The ball taken by Weatherall. He got a hurried kick out here to the grandstand side, but it's all the Tigers there, and Allen takes the mark. Ty Allen with the footy. The player's loose in the centre, but he's going to thump it inside 50. You'd think that'd be the best spot. They've flooded back the Red League, so Allen kick now inside 50. It's going to be a huge pack fly for this. Off hands, through the hands of Jackman, comes to McGuinness. McGuinness to Jericho, put him under enormous pressure, and luckily for the Red League, there'll be a ball up about 20 metres out from the Tiger goal.
Did he handball that, DB, or did he just a little throw?
Looked like a little flick, didn't it? Yeah. The ball is still there in that same area, and the umpire will have to ball it up again. There's 100 players on top of the ball, and then he's got to ball it up, got no option. Josh Carr in there doing a little stirring, I think, Smitty.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And he almost got McGuinness giving away a free kick in front of the umpire. As the ball is thumped down, it'll come out the back. Trotter will lead. Being hung onto was Trotter. The umpire in perfect position to see it. And Trotter will get the free kick, centre half back for the Red Leagues. He'll put the ball to the outer side. It's got to be a good kick. It is a good kick, and he's found... I think that's Weatherall. Weatherall plays on towards the centre wing. He's looking there for Dygan, who goes up and takes the grab. And give by hand over the top to Weatherall, who's now put him under enormous pressure. Luckily for the Red Leagues, the ball came out, though, just in time as the umpire, I'm sure, we're going to ping him, and there'll be a ball up a half-forward flank about 65 metres away from the Red League goal.
Geelong in front, guys, courtesy of station sponsor Prince Albert Hotel, 14-9 to 13-12.
Okay, that ball up out there at that half-forward flank. The Tigers will come over the top. Lower committed himself, but so did the Bay player. I didn't pick up, and consequently the ball towards centre wing. Player put out of the contest there. That player by the Tigers was just tremendous body stuff there as the ball came from Allen. Allen gives it to Salapic. Salapic goes inside 50. They'll set themselves here. The ball thumped towards the boundary line for a throw in left full forward pocket for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that player was Murphy, DB. Fantastic play. Station sponsor PDK highlight the way he put his body on the line there.
Stakes huge. Bays by 2 points. Lose this and the Dogs go top of the ladder at the end of the round with a big win at Alberton. Cranston knocks it down and he ends up with Piopolo to stop. His kick was smothered only as far as Cranston that time. McConnell thumped the handball straight to the Norwood defender in Jackman. Piopolo's kick was a wild one out of defensive 50. Flying high was Kane over the top. Couldn't take the mark. Here's Kirk. Ball still in the Bays' hands. 50 out from goal. Kick was by Douglas. Oh, in fact, it might have been Meyer. And he's missed to the near side. So
look at this.
Oh, kick out straight away. Taken by Massey. Beats it over the top. Young has a bounce. Gets away from Willoughby. Here's Trotter. Drives the legs in towards forward 50. Walker the target. Can he take the mark? He can!
He was held on to anyway. But a great mark there by Walker in front again. And again, we say, DB and Rob, when they go in long and get in a one-on-one competition, Walker's going to give you a contest every time. So he should have received the free kick, but he did a fantastic PDK highlight there in taking the mark. So Walker to give the opportunity to put Norwood in front. Gee whiz, they've just hung in there, Norwood, haven't they? So
I have. I thought they were gone.
You called it. You called it, DB.
I did.
So now Walker comes in from 45 metres, 45 degree out. The angle, the kick is on its way. He's brought it back with the breeze, and he now has got his fourth. And Norwood have got the lead back. They lead by 3 points. They go to 10-10-70. They lead, and Glenelg 10-7-67. That's on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. And Grand Central time clock, the station sponsor says we played 10 minutes of this final quarter. Great game of footy on RPH, 11.97. And can tell you in the AFL game between Adelaide and Geelong, Geelong still lead by 3 points, 93-90, and we've played 22 minutes of that final quarter over there at School Stadium.
Up she goes in the centre. Again, Doyle and Cranston. Neither Ruckman can get decisive hit out. The ball's at the bottom of the pack. It's desperate stuff. Player emerges with the footy, and he'll get a free kick in Carr. He threw the head back, and the umpire couldn't miss it, really. And he's got the free kick. So Carr now in the centre of the Bay Oval, hoping to put the Bays forward so that they can wrest back the lead. Big Kirk's running down from centre half back. The forward line will be that crowded. You won't be able to move there as the ball goes inside 50. Oh,
that's a
player
free
went
kick.
straight into the back of the red leg player there. That was pretty obvious from here. And umpire Du Bois was right on the spot there, Smitty.
He was.
Free kick to Big Doyle. He gives it to McGuinness. And what's happened here, there's been...
No, free kick against Rowe. No, it's free kick against Rowe for knocking over Willoughby. I saw him go down. I thought... And that's good umpiring by Rouser, because he actually saw from the centre field where Rowe actually ran into Willoughby. So good umpiring, and the ball's going to go back to Willoughby to have a shot on goal. So,
okay, so Willoughby from point-blank range almost is going to have a shot on goal. Darryl Smith.
he certainly will be. So Willoughby will kick from around about 48 metres out. And coming into, and he's got the 8 of the breeze, so he certainly should make the distance, you would think. So Willoughby comes in now. The kick is on its way. Looks pretty clean off the boot, and it's got the accuracy. And all of a sudden, Norwood have got the Glenelg have got the lead back. They lead 73-70, and undisciplined play again by Norwood has cost their side not only the goal but the lead.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what about during the year, Smitty? Undisciplined act.
Well, they've done a few, haven't they? So Willoughby has got his second. And that now takes the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard 11-7-73 to Norwood 10-10-70.
One wonders how many close games the Bayers can get away with this year, boys. They've beaten West, North and Port and had a draw. So
and he's come straight off the ground, has rode through the station-sponsored Sports Power interchange gates, and coming on is Juniper.
So there'll be another ball up in the middle of the ground. Glenelg only lost 2 games, the 1 draw this year. Need this to stay in top spot. Nitschke couldn't take it.
Oh.
Kicked away by Carr. Out in front of Kirkby, bounced over his head. Hall was running onto it, but well done by Jackman. Allen feeds it off to Hall. He's going to extend the margin. Oh, what a tackle by Puopolo.
Free kick.
And
no, free kick holding the ball.
Called for holding the ball, so in what could possibly be a game-saving tackle by Puopolo. Magnificent stuff. I thought Hall was the way to kick a goal into the open goal there, and now it's with Nitschke.
Only the speed of Puopolo got into the contest then.
Indeed, DB. Zorzi. Here's Puopolo again, running off the half-back line. He's opened up Jackman. He's on centre wing out of side. He's got a bit of space. Now he comes inboard on the left boot. Sets Doyle a task. He takes a slips catch. Feeds it back. Inboard. McGuinness in the heart of the Bay Oval. Thumps it forward. And a mark is taken for the Redlegs by Lower, and he's going to kick from just outside the 50, Darryl.
Gee whiz, have we got a game on our hands here? 15 minutes gone, courtesy of Grand Central. It's a 3-point ball game. Norwood with the shot on goal will kick from around about 50 metres out. Slight angle, but kicking into the teeth of the breeze, which is swung around a bit, DB. It's going across the ground a little bit now. So, Lower.
First shot on goal for the Redlegs, if you remember.
He did too. Been a very good player for the Norwood side today. As he comes in now, he's already kicked 1. The kick is on its way. It's a real finger break. It's not going to bounce. It's bounced short at the top of the square. Glenelg will run it out through good defensive work.
The ball is kicked still into the defensive 50. Zorzi had a moment there to pick up the footy, but the Bays have the numbers as Panozzo will handball it back there to, that looks like Meyer out there, and back towards Carr, who kicked it now up towards half-forward. Kirkby got rid of his opponent as easy as pie and took the mark, and Kirkby now will pump the ball inside 50. No, he won't. He'll go short looking for Kane. And poor checking by the Redlegs. Kane going to get run down. That's holding the footy. And great work here by the Redlegs, who are just chasing relentlessly.
Working hard.
As the ball now half-back flank on that outer side. Stops got it for the Redlegs. 2 magnificent rundowns. One by Puopolo, which was an absolute gem. The second there by Stop as the ball comes into the centre. Going to be taken by Walker. Walker's a thumping kick. Or will he go for the pass? He's gone for the pass, looking there for O'Donoghue. But coming through is beautiful work by Backwell. And Backwell takes possession and puts
clever.
Clever footy. Mark taken by Mills, who handballs immediately to Salopek. His kick will come towards half forward. Up they fly off. Wrong mark there. Terrific mark by Block. for the Tigers, and he'll go inside 50. Players will set themselves over the back. Here's a chance for Kirkby if he can run onto it. Stops about to tackle him. Kirkby's got it very close to the boundary line. Takes it over for a boundary throw in left full forward pocket for the Tigers.
Geez, did he drop the ball there? I reckon he might, as he got tackled, he's dropped the ball.
May well have done. It was right out there on the outer side, though. Might have already been over the line, might not have been.
Okay.
3 points, the difference in favour of the Bays. 16 minutes gone. Lower. Clears Norwood out of defensive 50. Flying high was Evans. May have pushed his opponent in the back. No, said the umpire. Panozzo's kick. Looking there for Willoughby. And Willoughby takes the mark. 45 out. He'll kick from smack on the 50, Darryl, with the breeze to put the Bays up by 9 points.
Let's see if he kicked the goal, he will. But great play there by Panozzo. He had 3 players to choose from. He had Backwell there as well and Willoughby. And the other player, I think, might have been... it was Logan. So... No, Salopek it was, so...
Yeah, Logan's not playing.
Yeah, Salopek it was, so it was Willoughby that's taken the mark. So he's going to kick from 48 metres out. The kick is on its way. The goal umpire's moving to the right, but he said, that'll leave me. So Willoughby has got another goal, and he's put the Tigers 9 points up. He's kicked the last 2 for the Tigers. He's got his 3rd, and now all of a sudden the Tigers have got their 12th. They go to 12 goals, 7, 79, 9 points over Norwood, who are on 10, 10, 70. You must say a very, very gallant Norwood fighting it out to the very end as we go into time on, courtesy of the station sponsor, Grand Central Time Clock.
Row on for Doyle through the interchange gates, the Sports Power interchange gates. Station spotter is Row straight into the ruck, obviously. The ball in the centre. Desperate stuff at the bottom of the pack there by a Glenelg player who I couldn't pick up. The umpire said the ball was being held to him. Might have been Carr, whose presence he's made felt for sure, has made his presence felt in this final term for the Bays. As up they go in the centre. Oh, Row was being hung onto there. The umpire said, what am I going to do? And he's going to play it the other way. He's going to give it to the Bays. Gee,
What's going on there?
You don't mind, umpire, as the Bays go inside 50. Good
mark.
He's all over Red Rover, and that's exactly what's happened. Kirkby's taken the grab and could go back and kick a goal, but, yeah, I'd love to see a replay of that again. Oh,
a great mark by Kirkby, though. It's a station sponsor PDK highlight from Kirkby. So 2 points in the favour of Geelong at the moment. 29 minutes gone in that last quarter. So, but Kirkby comes in now. The drop punt's on its way. He has got the goal, and Kirkby now has got his 4th goal. So he becomes the highest goal scorer for the Tigers today, and you can just about say game, set, and match. Kirkby with his 4th, and the Tigers have got their 13th. They go to 13 goals, 7, 85. 15 points over Norwood, 10, 10, 70. That is on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard.
I did say game, set, and match halfway through the 3rd quarter.
You did, but you were panicking a bit there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Never any doubt. Okay.
Taylor Walker put the Redlegs in front about 5 minutes ago, and Glenelg have answered like the top side they are with 3 quick ones. Ball back in the centre. Cranston tackled his opponent there in Row to the ground.
Again over the top of Row, over the shoulder.
Ball up again. Cranston gets his hand to it, running through beautifully. Carr with experience just read it magnificently. Kane's kick, looking there for Adlington. Couldn't find him. Here's Phillips. Phillips's handball. Ball, say the crowd. Stop. Handball it back to McGuinness. He's in trouble. Just gets his handball away from Hall. Here's Young. Young under pressure. Kicks across the ground. Just finds his teammate in Jericho. Jericho feeds it off to Puopolo. Puopolo's got plenty of pace, and Norwood need to move the ball quickly, and they are with Puopolo. He has a second bounce. Feeds it through to his teammate in Weatherald. He's got to use this. His kick's a high one. Doesn't really favour his forwards. And Panos was the target, marked by Mules. Very disappointing disposed on that occasion by Weatherald. Ball back to Fisher, centre half back for the Bays. No real hurry because they lead this game by 2.5 goals. We've gone 21.5 minutes. Keynes kicks towards the half-forward line. Kirkby's kicked 4 goals. McConnell
strong mark.
Kirkby took the mark, 60 out.
25 metres too.
25 metres, and Darryl Smith, you will call through the sealer.
I will do that, and I can tell you that the Geelong have won by 2 points, and I think that Ivan Maric might have had a shot after the siren to win the game for the Adelaide. I think it might have been, because we're looking on the computer here, but in the end it was the Geelong by 2 points. Gallant effort by Adelaide, though. So big Kirkby comes in now. The kick is on its way. He's got his 5th of the game. A fantastic performance. Glenelg have got their 14th. They got a 14-goal 91. 21 points in favour of the Tigers over Norwood, who are 10-10-70. That is on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. And Ken City in the other game, Western Bulldogs 17-9 have defeated Fremantle. And in the SANFL, we've got Sturt, who are on 10 goals 12, leading North Adelaide on a 6-7. Central Districts over the Port Magpies 15-12 are leading Port Adelaide 9-5, and West Adelaide against the South Adelaide 21-6 are leading the Panthers 7-8. That is on courtesy of our friends at the Prince Albert Hotel, station sponsors, of course.
Yes, another undisciplined act by the Redlegs made a certainty of that goal by Kirkby. The ball in the centre as Allen tries to run the gauntlet. Should have gone for holding the ball, but he turned it over anyway as it comes to Donahue. Donahue will come inside 50. It's another high ball. Juniper was in front, but Bays have the numbers at the fall of the ball, but it ricochets out to Evans. Evans will go by hand back to Donahue. Donahue can go in towards goal and kick a goal, but she's all too late as the score goes on the board for the Redlegs. 11 goals 10. That's 76 on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard. The Tigers 14-7-91.
Stevie, it all comes back to that incident, doesn't it, with Rowe, where Rowe actually gave away a free kick here to Willoughby. The scores were only a point the difference at that stage. Willoughby goes back and slots the goal, and then Norwood get the next Glenelg get the next 3. Game, set and match, and he hasn't been back on the ground since.
Exactly right. Well, he has. He's actually in the centre of the ground.
He's back on. Yep, sorry.
That's all right, Smitty. There's the ball, umpire Day throws it up, and it'll be Button versus that man Rowe, but it comes straight to Allen. The high ball towards centre-half forward. Up they fly, offhand, almost taken by Block, but in fact was taken by McGuinness. Through came Poopolo. He got buried. The ball goes inside 50. Running with the flight of the ball is Nitsky, and takes it cleanly, gives it to Jackman. Jackman to half-back. Outside the defensive 50, the mark taken by Trotter. So Trotter now will put it into the centre. The kick's got to be spot on, looking for Zorzi. It came out the back to Lower. He gave it to Jackman, over the top to Zorzi, back to Lower. Lower gives it back to Nitsky. Nitsky throws it on the boot to Wobbly kick. It's a finger breaker coming up towards half forward. Ball pumped away there, offhand, was taken by Evans. He's driven to the ground, holding the ball, said the umpire. Taking it as Panozzo. Panozzo will go over the top, give it now to Willoughby. Willoughby should go over the top. He does indeed, back to Allen. Allen will give it to Panozzo by hand. He puts it on the boot towards full forward. Kirkby will take this, will he? No, he won't, because it was good work back there by Stock. Off hands over, Bays have the numbers. Douglas emerges with a footy, goes by hand, gives it to Kane. Kane goes bang from about 20 metres and misses to the left-hand side. Tigers 14-8-92. The Redlegs 11 goals 10-76 on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard.
Yeah, and Piopolo off, whether or not, and breathing very heavily is Piopolo, so hope he's all right.
Jackman kicks it to himself, brings it in towards the outer side. Rowe flies at the back. In front of him was Button. Got the ball to his crummers, but Nord ended up with the football through Zorzi. Donahue feeds it back out to Massey. Has a bounce. Centre wing outer side, a second. Kicks towards the half-forward line. Jericho's got the leap and the mark. Outside 50, plays on, 48 metres, drop punt, straight through. So is there time for Nord? Because this margin has been brought back to only 10 points, and we've probably got a couple of minutes, Smithy.
Well, certainly they're not giving up, are they? That's a great thing about the Norwood side. But Jericho's got his first. But we're 2 minutes into time on of this final quarter, and you think the momentum with the Bays at the moment, they've just got to score one, don't they, to make sure they stop this run from Norwood. But certainly your question asked is there still time? There probably is still time, but will they do it? I don't think so.
I don't think there is enough time left, boys. Miracles don't happen these days. Not that we read about anyway, as the ball's up in the centre, tapped down by Rowe, straight into the hands of Willoughby, who's wrapped up for another ball up by Du Bois. As far as I know, making his umpiring debut today. Started off a bit nervous, but then got better as the game wore on, as it's taken by Allen. His handball taken by Willoughby. Willoughby gives it now to Meyer. Meyer will give round to Mills, will come down from centre half back. Here's the handball looking for Kirk. Bounces favourably for the big man. He kicks it to Murphy at centre wing. Murphy sells the dummy pass lower. Then goes with a sweeping handball to Talapak. Talapak can run now to the 20. Put it on the right boot. The ball will go through for a goal. Will it? Oh, there's a free kick to the Redlegs anyway. A player went up before acceptances, and it was pretty obvious from here, a push in the back against the Tigers, and the recipient will be Nitsky, I think, back there.
It certainly went through for a goal anyway, but...
Yes, but you could see that the player got buried in actual fact. The kick by Nitsky comes into the centre. That's fraught with danger, but Big Button wasn't quick enough to get to it. A little chip around the corner there by Weatherald. Finds the Rowe. Rowe will go. In fact, it was Young. Young goes to Jackman by hand. Jackman will kick it inside 50, and it's a shocking kick. And it's been marked out there by Adlington for the Tigers.
Station sponsor Smithfield Crash Crank and DB.
Oh, was it ever? And this is the thing that's let the Redlegs down for most of the year, as Adlington will kick the ball back from whence it came to centre. That's a shocker, and Jackman has taken the mark again out there. So Jackman, he's a long way from goal though. He's about 80 metres. He'll thump it inside 50. Looking there for Jack Juniper, who was in front, had the ball thumped away from him, taken by the Tigers. They've just got numbers at the fall of the ball. Button emerges with the foot. He goes with the handball, gives it to Willoughby. He's tackled, got past it, got through, did it superbly to Willoughby, but then the kick let him down. That was a shocker. This has allowed the Redlegs to come through McGuinness. He'll go with a handball over to Jackman. Jackman's had more touches than a honeymooner in this last quarter. He goes bang there looking for Donahue. He can't mark it. Suddenly the game turned into a bumbling old affair as the siren goes to end the contest here at Glenelg Stadium. Pretty good contest too, but the Tigers just too good on the day. 14 goals, 8 and 82 have defeated the Redlegs by 10 points. Redlegs 12-10, 82 on the station-sponsored Williams Brothers Welding scoreboard.
Yes, the Norwood side led by 10 points at quarter time. They trailed by 3 points. Glenelg led by 3 points at half time, 6 points at three-quarter time, and then 10 points the final margin in favour of the Tigers. Goal scorers for the Glenelg side: Kirkby with 4, Douglas with, Kirkby with 5 it is, shouldn't it? That's with 5, and Douglas with 3, and then you've got Willoughby with 3, Salopek, Meyer and Kirk each with 1. So I'll give you those again. Kirkby with 5, Douglas and Willoughby with 3 each, and then Salopek with 1, Meyer with 1 and